It's a rain one here at Mitchell Stadium, and we are ready for Senior Day here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield College football takes on the Reinhardt Eagles here at Mitchell Stadium. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel, glad to have you with us here in West Virginia at Mitchell Stadium, where the Rams are ready to take on a Reinhardt team that has not only had success against this Bluefield College program in the past, but virtually everybody in the Appalachian Division, including so many other teams in the NAIA. This Eagles team is a squad to watch out for in the NAIA playoffs. But it is time to celebrate the careers of some brilliant Bluefield College football players that are wrapping it up here on Senior Day, including the linebacker Michael Everett, who has made some spectacular plays with big tackles in the backfield. Also, Tanner Griffith, the kicker from Gloucester, Virginia, who's made some clutch kicks and punts for Bluefield College over the years. McLean Kirkley wrapping up his Senior Day today, the offensive lineman for Bluefield College that has been a big leader for BC in the past couple of seasons. Bobby McBride, what an odyssey it's been for Bobby McBride. Started out at Bluefield, took a couple of years off, and now back with the Bluefield College Rams and a leader on the defensive line as well. Looking over on that defensive side, can't forget the career of Colin Sarge O'Donnell for Bluefield College, a veteran for our armed forces and actually a receiver of the Armed Forces Merit Award, celebrating today as his Senior Day. Lowell Patrone Jr., the wide receiver from Smithfield, Virginia, has wowed us with some big catches over the years in a Bluefield College uniform, a uniform that, mind you, he has changed that number a few times, but number 3 will be celebrating today for Bluefield College. Can't forget Charles Turner Cox for Bluefield College as well. Modeled his playing career after Cam Chancellor, and he certainly looks like him with a couple of big hits for Bluefield College. Now, last but not least, DeMarcus Wimbush for the Rams, the only All-American in Bluefield College history, and what a career it's been for you, DeMarcus. Congratulations, as we are ready to take on the Reinhardt Eagles. Bluefield College football coming up against the top team in the Mid-South Conference Appalachian Division when we come back. Welcome back to Mitchell Stadium, everyone. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bast, we are glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Jalen Everett, the safety, meeting with Colin O'Donnell, the senior for Bluefield College, in the middle for the coin toss. Welcome back to the best stadium in the two Virginias here in Mitchell Stadium, snuck right in between the Virginia and West Virginia line. Looks like Reinhardt has won the toss and has elected to receive. So we're going to see Billy Hall and this very good Reinhardt offense start out first. And, you know, Jackson, we were looking before the game. These two teams have very different styles of play. Bluefield College, they're going to drop back to pass probably around 50 times a game. Reinhardt, they're a team that can really grind it out and run the ball.
Yeah, and you can see that with Reinhardt having so many options when it comes to running the ball.
Yeah, I think it's funny. You look at a Reinhardt team like with Billy Hall, Willie McLeod, Isaiah Blake, who's going to get the start today for the Eagles. Nobody averages over 100 yards a game, but so many of them add to it for this Reinhardt team, and because of that, they rush for over 200 yards a game. Now, for Bluefield College, they're going to rely a lot on Bryce Verbal, Mike Ketchum and company, that offensive coordinator, relying on the quarterback to keep that no-huddle offense going with a couple of great receivers that had a great week last week for Bluefield College, where even though they lost against St. Andrews, Verbal threw for 4 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. So that's really what it's going to come down to, Jackson. The Rams need to somehow stifle that rushing attack by the Reinhardt Eagles, and they need to stop turning the ball over because it really has been an epidemic for this Bluefield College team. So, band is in the building. Rams onto the field. Bluefield College going to start out on defense, and a couple of those senior defensive players that we mentioned before, Charles Turner, DeMarcus Wimbush, Colin O'Donnell, Bobby McBride, all finishing out their Bluefield College careers here at home today. A couple more games left on the season, but this is the last time they're going to be playing in the friendly confines of Mitchell Stadium. And a guy like DeMarcus Wimbush, who we have praised his entire career here at Bluefield College, I think that Bluefield definitely will miss him in that linebacking core.
Yeah, but you have a lot of depth even in that linebacking position, especially with Sam Kirtley, who is not one to shy away from getting in that position.
Now, I think that'll be interesting for Bluefield to move forward. What are they going to be able to do to replace a guy like DeMarcus Wimbush moving forward? As well as, I mean, you got to give Charles Turner credit. He has been a very good safety in the last 2 years for playing for BC. And now that we're on the special teams conversation as Bluefield College is almost ready to take the field, Tanner Griffith has had one heck of a kicking career for BC. Coming from Gloucester, Virginia, started here back in 2017, and that was when the Rams actually finished over 500. And Tanner Griffith was a big part of that, had an overtime winning kick versus Warner, and also had a game-winning kick against Point. And that was all while he was an 18-year-old freshman. Now, here he is as one of the established punters and kickers in this league, and now finishing out his career in a Bluefield College uniform. Reinhardt, 6-0, number 10 in the country. They've had so many guys really do damage to Bluefield College over the past couple of years, and one of them is ready to receive the 5'4" redshirt sophomore, or make it senior actually, from Atlanta, Georgia, in Otis Odom. Back deep to receive, Tanner Griffith swings the leg right to left, and we are underway. Odom at the 11-yard line, cuts it back up 20, 25, stutter step 30, breaks another tackle and wrestled down at the 36-yard line. Bluefield College going to start out on defense. Pretty good starting field position for Reinhardt as the Rams are able to make the tackle on special teams. So for Bluefield, Marique Banks, another guy to watch out for, number 7 in pass deflections in the country. So that could be key if Billy Hall is able to go yard on a couple of these big passes for Bluefield. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Reinhardt offense. Talked about it, Billy Hall. Also have to watch out for that running back, Isaiah Blake, who's averaging nearly 40 yards a game. And also that offensive line for Reinhardt. James Miller has always been able to recruit a very good offensive line. So setting up first down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Hall brings Odom in motion, handoff jet sweep left, cuts up at the 40-yard line and tackled down at the 41 for a gain of 4. Rams linebacking core able to make it there, and who else but Sam Kirtley, like Jackson had previously mentioned. It's going to be second down and 6 coming up. So now second down and 6. Still scoreless, obviously. Second play of the ball game. Billy Hall in the gun. 2 receivers out to the left. Averaging right around 180 yards per game in the air. Hall handed off right side. Rams able to wrap him up right at that 45-yard line. Able to make the tackle. Bowden Indala, who's a name we have called on quite a bit for Bluefield.
On the tackle, number 54, DeMarcus Wimbush.
That was Isaiah Blake on the carry. So Blake back in the backfield. Under center, Billy Hall. Third down and 2 from their own 45-yard line. Handoff and a flag comes out. Blake has got the first down as he wrestles his way up to the Reinhardt 49-yard line. But this could be potentially coming back for Reinhardt with a little bit of a legal motion in the backfield. Or, as Dino Kakla seems to be a bit upset, maybe the Rams jumped into that neutral zone there. As it stands right now, it's a first down, but the chain gang has yet to move. And Reinhardt, James Miller, looks like he wants to decline it. So this will be going on the Rams.
On the Rams, that penalty is declined.
So an offside on the Rams.
First down.
And a first down, so they decline it on the couple-yard gain there. So now first down and 10 for Reinhardt from their own 49-yard line, wearing the white jerseys, navy blue helmets, RU Eagles logo on the side. Billy Hall going under center. Devin Collins, the running back, to his right. 2 receivers out to the right. Offensive line moves to the left in motion. Hall, design roll out right, sets his feet, tries to draw up the middle, ducks, and he's tackled in the backfield. Able to get back there for Bluefield. That is Logan Patrone for the Rams. So Patrone, another guy to watch out for. Lowell Patrone, his brother celebrating senior day on the offensive side today, but Logan Patrone has turned into a pretty tough defensive end. So it's no gain on the play on the sack, second down and 10. 13:05 to play, going left to right Eagles. Once again, Hall going under center, and the running back and Collins right behind him. Man in motion goes right to left to set up two receivers far side. Pitch it out on the left. Collins gets a block across the line of scrimmage, ducks across the Bluefield 45, and finally tackled at the Bluefield College 42-yard line by Patron again, who got down the field. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 2 again, make it about 1.5 actually. All they need to do is get to the 1-yard line, or the 41-yard line, I should say. Not huddling up. Hall under center. Collins behind him. In motion again, handed off jet sweep far side. Tackled in the backfield. Charles Turner laying down the wood big time for Bluefield. And Meadows had nowhere to go on the jet sweep. 4th down and 1. And that's a humongous tackle there, Jackson. But here comes 4th down and short.
You really have to applaud this defensive line for Bluefield. Although they have given up a good amount of yardage, they're still keeping it within playing.
So now 4th down and 1 from the Bluefield 42. Collins once again, the running back behind Hall. Bring all the men down in a line of scrimmage. Hand it off, snap on the near side, trying to get a block. Has the 1st down and more, 35-30. Near sideline 25 and twirled out of bounds by Banks at the Bluefield College 23-yard line. That is a big run by Dylan Kelly. Another running back to watch out for Reinhardt. It feels like every time that Bluefield College plays the Eagles, they have to deal with about 7 or 8 running backs that head coach James Miller, a Virginia Tech graduate, can move in and out of the lineup for the Eagles. So now going left to right, 11:30 left to play. Here in this first quarter, still scoreless. Billy Hall climbs under center. Running back behind him, a new one. And takes a snap. Ball is loose on the ground, fumble the snap. Picked it up, sets his feet. He's brought down to the backfield. Jackson Charlton Perrin for Bluefield College combining on the pressure that time with Stephen Mackel for Bluefield College, but Jackson Charlton Perrin, the Chicago native, bringing him all the way back down for a humongous loss to the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 19 with 11 minutes left to play. Well, Willie McLeod, the top running back as far as yardage for Reinhardt. Now as Billy Hall sets up in the shotgun from the 32. Offensive line shifts from right to left, trying to fake out this defensive front for Bluefield. Shotgun snap, Hall on 2nd down, sets his feet, running out to the left. He is almost sacked again, and here comes a gang tackle of Bluefield College Rams. Mackel, as well as Logan Patron and the entire squad of Dino Kaklis' defense, bringing him down for a humongous loss, and now it's going to be 3rd down and a mile to go for the Eagles. Spotted him down all the way back at the Bluefield 39-yard line. So 3rd down and 27. No, they're going to call it at the 37. Either way, 3rd down and 27. They need to get inside of the 15 to convert here. McLeod, the running back, to the right. Hall's going to try to step back and throw this one. Seems like that this drive has been mixed up a little bit for the Eagles because of that fumbled snap. So now, as Hall tried to call an audible, timeout called by Reinhardt. Bluefield's defense lighting it up so far here on this drive. We'll take a break on the Rams Digital Sports Network with 9:43 to play in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Welcome back, everybody. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bass. We're glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Call it 3rd down and 24 from the Bluefield College 37-yard line. And Jackson, this is a Reinhardt offense that has worked so well in the past, and we're seeing a couple of times here where they've been out of whack, including on that bobbled snap, and then Billy Hall pressured on that design rollout to the left. Bluefield College's defensive end, and Logan Patron, is having one heck of a first quarter.
And I talked to many of these athletes this week just at the campus, and a lot of them, they were so confident they were going to win this game.
Well, 3rd down and 24. Lots of confidence to try to take down the number 10 team in the country. Hall in motion, man in motion left to right. Hall takes the snap, tries to dump it out left on a screen, getting blocks on the far side. Has room to run at the 25 and brought down at the Bluefield College 22-yard line by Kayshawn Ridgel, who was able to run all the way back. The defensive end luckily did not get blocked up in that screen, and now it's going to be 4th down and 9. So Reinhardt able to get a few yards back and try to make this a manageable kick here for Hardy. Hardy, 3 for 5 on the year. This is a Reinhardt team that usually doesn't have to kick. So Hardy, the redshirt sophomore from Gainesville, Georgia, sets up from about 39 yards out on the left hash. Bluefield College fan trying to get into it here. Loading up the line. Snap, the hold, the swing of the leg. The kick is away, and it is good. Well, that was confident looking from 39 yards away. It's 3-0 Reinhardt, but Bluefield College's defense able to stifle that Reinhardt drive once it got into Bluefield territory. We're going to take another break. It's 3-0 with 8:58 left to play in the first quarter. Well, that seemed like a promising drive, especially for Reinhardt when they converted on that 4th down and 1 on the jet sweep that went for over 25 yards. But then after that, a bobbled snap that sent Billy Hall into the backfield, then another snap that designed Hall to roll out to the left, and Bluefield College was there to make yet another sack. So James Hardy ready to kick this away, 3-0. Bluefield College's offense will get to work for the first time in this delayed ball game. We've had lightning in the area. Finally, the rain has stopped, and so has the lightning. And hopefully we're going to be able to get this game in without any more interruptions. Strickland and Patron back to receive for Bluefield. Hardy ready to set to kick from his own 35-yard line. It's a Reinhardt defense that is ready to get to work. Hardy looks around, has the whistle, and taking quite a while here to set his team up, but now he's ready. Sprints up to the ball, swings the right leg, and it's another good kick. Patron back, makes the catch at his own 6-yard line, cutting back on the near side, and brought down big time at the Bluefield College 17-yard line. Huge, loud tackle from Willie Chambers for Reinhardt, and Patron is down. And that has to really stink for a couple of reasons for Bluefield College. One, leader on the offense, and Lowell Patron. It's his senior day. And just from a number standpoint, Bluefield College really needs Lowell Patron as another receiver to try to set up with to make this a competitive game against this Reinhardt team. But Chambers with a big tackle there on Lowell Patron. And unfortunately for Bluefield, this could be a big loss. Logan Patron, his brother, coming out from the sideline, make sure he's all right. And this could just be quite devastating for the psyche of this Bluefield College team, Jackson. You have one of your leaders out, and also one of the best playmakers as well.
Yeah, and we're really going to see what kind of team Bluefield is. And we saw in baseball where the baseball team was down by 4 runs, and they had that leadoff. We saw the energy coming from the dugout there, and we'll see the energy from the sideline.
Yeah, it might be the theme of the weekend for Bluefield College athletics. Luckily, Lowell Patron is up, able to walk off with his own power. We'll see if he's able to come back out with Bluefield. Jaquan Ebron making sure Lowell's all right. And Bryce Verbal is out to work for the Rams. Christian Quirley. Take a look at that starting lineup for Bluefield College's offense. Bryce Verbal, once again, in the starting lineup for BC. Cadence Lamp, the running back. Looks like we're not going to see him in this particular set, but to watch out for it, without Lowell Patron, it looks like Matt Trevelyan is going to be the wide receiver on the far side, wearing number 17. While Bluefield College has Ebron as well as Ben Mead in the slot on the near side. So the Rams set up with 5 wide receivers, 3 on the far side and 2 on the near side. Ball spotted in the middle of the field, and we are ready. First down and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Verbal in an empty set. 4 defensive linemen on the front. Snap to Verbal, back to throw, dumps it near side, and it's low. Intended for Ben Mead as it skips in the turf, incomplete. And Bluefield College will go back to work on second down and 10. Ben Mead, the Bluefield native, has made a couple of good plays. Bryce Verbal, I really think that he's going to have a lot of experiences to learn from this year. Bluefield College, this is an offense that relies on the quarterback so much as he dropped back last week 47 times. Just can't turn the ball over. Second down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Once again, 5 receivers out. Verbal back, throws it right on a screen. Quirley crosses the 20-yard line and scampers out of bounds close to the 25 for a gain of about 8. And it's going to be third down and 2 for Bluefield. Chased out of bounds that time by Neal for Reinhardt. And the Eagles are going to try to make a big stop here on third down and 2 as the Rams are deep in their own territory. Now, Jackson, we know that Bluefield College doesn't seem like they're going to run the ball a lot. Antonio Strickland set up on the near side for Bluefield, trying to be possibly the target to get these next 2 yards here. They need the 27. Third down and 2 from the 25. In the gun again, Verbal from the right hash. High snap, throws it near side, looking for Ebron. Jumps up and makes the catch close to the 40-yard line and wrestled out of bounds. Forward progress gives him the 39. Lamar tried to push him down to the turf, and Ebron wasn't able to do so. It's a first down for the Rams on a beautiful throw. So now, first down of the ball game, Rams dial up with a pretty big fade out to the near side on a 14-yard gain. They only needed 2 yards, so first down and 10 from their own 39. 3 receivers out to the right. Snap, Verbal, design rollout right, throws it right, caught by Trevelyan close to the 45, tries to dance out of a tackle and hit as he went out of bounds on the far sideline by Lamar. So now it's going to be second down and manageable for Bluefield. Let's see where they give him the spot, and it's going to be right at the 44-yard line. So a gain of 5, second down and 5. And Bluefield once again, Jackson, no running back. And also not huddling up again. So we're going to do it again here. Second down and 5. Verbal has yet to have anyone in the backfield with him. So on second down and 5 from his own 44, he's got the snap, steps back, throws a deep pass near side, and it's incomplete. Jalen Everett was on the coverage that time, and a pass intended to Antonio Strickland. It looked like Bluefield just tried to dial up a deep one there. So third down and 5 with 7:04 left to play in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Reinhardt Eagles. Good senior day crowd on hand for Bluefield College. Snap on third down, Verbal trying to scamper out to the right side. He's going to tuck and run on the far sideline. Jumps for the sticks. Did he get it? It's going to depend on the spot as he flew out of bounds. And oh man, what a terrible spot there if you're Bryce Verbal. Only giving him the Bluefield College 46-yard line. So all of that looks like just for a gain of 2, Jackson.
I mean, you saw the agility of Bryce Verbal right there. I mean, he probably jumped 15 feet.
It did seem like that, right? Like a very big jump there. And I guess where they said he went out of bounds was only for a 2-yard gain. And now it looks like Bluefield has no choice but try to punt this one. But Rams look like they have a little bit of fire under them on the offensive side up against a Reinhardt defense that has been so strong in the past couple of years. So back to receive, Isaiah Blake. Swinging the leg for Tanner Griffith on a punt. Blake back at his own 17-yard line, and he's brought down immediately. Rams there again. Bluefield College bringing down a great tackle by Landon Tucker, who was able to bring him down for little to no gain on that punt return. So with 6:08 left, Reinhardt taking back over inside of their own red zone. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bass, we're happy to have you along for the ride here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, the word around town for Bluefield College, at least on the offensive side, going to throw the ball up to close to 70 times. Dewey Lusk wants to throw it to try to beat this Reinhardt team. So Hall under center, first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Man in motion, left to right. Hall hands it off up the middle. Rams almost there to tackle, and after breaking a couple of tackles up to the 25-yard line, decent little run there for the running back in Dylan Kelly, and Bowden Ndala was the man to bring him down. So a gain of 4, second down and 6 coming up. So once again for Reinhardt, a team that will not huddle. Devin Collins, the running back, cycled in this set. Going to run the ball so many times for the Eagles, and because of that great offensive line, they're able to do so. Second down and 6, Hall back to throw, steps, throws it near side, caught, and immediately tackled there for Bluefield by Zaire Lindsay, able to make the catch for this Reinhardt team. First throw of the day connected with P.J. Williams, the 6'3" wide receiver from Miami, Florida. And now, once again, third down and manageable, 3rd down and 3 from their own 28-yard line. Hall under center, Collins, the running back, right behind him. Rams loading up the box. Snap, handed off near side, looking for the 31. Flag comes out as Bluefield College comes down with a tackle. Lindsay almost got it, and then DeMarcus Wimbush was able to bring the tackle down on Dylan Kelly, but looks like a couple of flags are out on play, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I saw some holding on this jet sweep.
Yeah, another jet sweep to Kelly. We've seen that already 4 times today for the Eagles. He had the first down across the 31, and it will be, in fact, a holding on the Eagles. So Bluefield College trying to capitalize on that with 5:05 to play here in the first quarter. And it's 3rd down and long. So now we're going to see what the Eagles are able to do here. Backed up on 3rd down and long. Remember, they went in with a pretty good screen last time on 3rd down and very long. Were able to pick up 11 yards. So the whistle blows to resume play back at their own 19-yard line. They're going to need the 31 on a 3rd down and 12. Hall in the gun with Collins to his left. Rams only with 3 down linemen, including Patron on the near side. Turner coming on the blitz. Hall steps back, throws a deep ball. Far side and incomplete. Boy, he had a man with a step behind the Bluefield DB in Meadows. And for Bluefield College, forcing a 3 and out. And Jackson, that just feels humongous against this Reinhardt team.
Definitely does, and that's got to be extremely discouraging for this Reinhardt offense. They drove it almost 3 yards away from the first down and pushed all the way back.
Well, they had already made the first down as well. Those jet sweeps had worked, but once again, if the Rams can force 3rd down and about 8, it forces Hall to try to drop back and throw, and he wasn't able to connect there. So Hardy, the kicker, and the punter, with his heels back to his own 5, Jaquan Ebron ready to receive for Bluefield. Hardy takes the snap, gets the punt off, and it's an end-over-end punt that bounces at the 50 and takes a Reinhardt roll all the way inside the Bluefield 30, and it ends up being a very good punt for Hardy. The Rams are going to have to start it out on their own 27-yard line. So with 4:34 left to play in the first quarter, Rams are only down 3-0, had a first down their last drive, but unfortunately were forced 3 and out right after that fade route on a 14-yard pass from Bryce Verbal. Verbal has not had a running back yet. We'll see if Bluefield College even mixes it up with that, but it seems like the MO for Bluefield College want to step back, throw the ball downfield a number of times. Reinhardt is 6-0. They're coming off of their closest game of the year against Faulkner, and it was tied at halftime, but they ended up winning by 11, 35-24. Everyone else, it's really been a wash if you played against Reinhardt. So the Rams trying to hang tough with this very talented Eagles squad. 5 receivers spread out for Bluefield, 3 on the right. Ball spotted near hash of the 27. Verbal back, whips it right on a screen, caught by Strickland, crosses the 30, steps out of a tackle at the 35, and has a first down all the way up to the Bluefield 41-yard line at a gain of 14. Dorsey got the tackle and was the last man to stop Strickland there, but a first down and 10 for Bluefield coming up and on a very good screen.
Number 5, Legara, but that's enough for another Rams first down.
Really hear the crowd get into it just a little bit more here today. First down and 10 from the 41. Verbal in the gun again. Blitz coming. Steps back. Throws it left. It's broken up in the backfield. Boy, Legara was untouched into the backfield. Got his palms on it. Knocked down Verbal in the process. And now it's second down and 10.
It's second down.
Trying to attend that one for Ebron on the quick little pass. And Bluefield College has some very talented wide receivers. And I think with Lowell Patron out, to time for maybe Quirley or Trevelyan to step up, already having a catch on the day, Trevelyan. Second down and 10 from the 41. Verbal back, has time, throws a deep ball. Near side, Ebron can't catch up to it. overthrown by Verbal, incomplete. 3rd down and 10 from their own 41 coming up with 3:59 to play. Oglesby allowed Ebron to get behind him there, and Jackson, it looked like just the right throw. That might be going for 6.
Yeah, and it's just a little too far, and you have that catch.
Definitely a deep enough ball for Bryce Verbal. See if they go deep again here. They need the 49 of Reinhardt. So now 3rd down and 10 from their own 41. Verbal starts the play. Pressure coming. Steps, throws it left side. Jumping up and making the catch. Strickland on the near sideline. Looks like he has close to the yard to gain, and does by just a yard on the 11-yard pass. Strickland making a catch right over the Reinhardt defender. And Oglesby didn't have him defended well, so Bluefield College has a 1st down inside of the Reinhardt 48-yard line. Now for the Rams, 1st down and 10, another 3rd down conversion, only down 3-0 with 3.5 minutes left to play. Going right to left in those blue jerseys. Verbal back, has protection, steps, throws it middle of the field, and it is almost intercepted. Backing up, almost ready there, was Jacoris Lamar. Lamar was playing for the wide receiver, obviously, but that ball was more thrown to Lamar than anybody else on the field. It was intended for Ben Mead down the middle of the field, and Verbal had it overthrown way too deep. So the safety almost had a big interception, but luckily, if you're a Rams fan watching this, it's only 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. 3 receivers out to the right. Verbal takes the snap, handed off Strickland on the right side, and the defensive line is there, ganging up to bring him down at the Reinhardt 46-yard line, led by Burrows that time for Reinhardt. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 coming up from the Reinhardt 46. Have to see if they're able to go deep here. But I think at this point against Reinhardt, and you're 1-5, Jackson, you might just be thinking, hey, let's go for it every time on 4th down and manageable.
Exactly, and you're seeing that this no-run offense really benefits this Bluefield team.
Let's see what Verbal's able to do, though. 3rd down and 8, design roll out to the right, sets his feet, hit as he throws, far side. It's broken up on a great play that time on the defensive end by Dorsey. He was matched up one-on-one with Strickland, out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down and 8, 2:39 to play. And Bluefield College bringing out the punt team. So, trying to see possibly if Blake can make a mistake on the receiving end of this punt. Tanner Griffith trying to pin down Reinhardt again. So Bluefield trying to play the long game of playing chess here with this field position. Rams have been able to drive it up close to the 50 both times and now have to punt. 4th down and 8. High snap. Griffith takes it, swings the leg, and it's a spinning kick inside of the 15. Now at the 10, rolling into the 5 and down at the 1-yard line. What a punt for Tanner Griffith, and running all the way to bring it down was Travis Clinch for Bluefield. Great play on the special teams end. Clinch let it roll all the way to the 1. A bit risky there, and downed it perfectly. So for Bluefield College's defense, now is the time to really step up here with Reinhardt having their backs pinned to their own wall.
Talk about great field position. The Bluefield Rams.
I tell you what, though, Tanner Griffith, Rams are definitely going to miss a guy like that can just cough and kick it, pin them down like this. But it's a Reinhardt team, obviously has been in scenarios like this before. Blake, the running back, right behind Billy Hall. Colin O'Donnell lining right up over center. 1st down and 10 from the 1-yard line. Hall trying to get Bluefield to jump, unable to do so on the hard count. Man in motion, right to left, hands it off, jet sweep near side. Kelly is automatically brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 1-yard line. Bunch of Bluefield tacklers jumping in on that one. Once again, it's Bowden and Dalla for the Rams. And it'll be 2nd down and long. So that was one of the few times where the Rams really had it keyed on one of these jet sweeps. So it's interesting to see Reinhardt just trying to run themselves out of this end zone. Hall climbing under center. 2nd down and 10 from the 1. Running back behind him is Blake. Going with a hard count again. Snap. Hand off Blake middle. Rams right there again. Able to gain a few yards. A little bit of shoving on a 3-yard gain to the 4-yard line. And Blake is brought down for a short gain. And they will call him down at the 3.5-yard line. All kinds of tacklers there, and leading the way was the defensive back, Michael Banks.
27 tackled by
3rd down and 7 from the 4.
That brings up
Bluefield College's defense trying to plug up yet another third down conversion coming up for Reinhardt. Hall climbs up to the line of scrimmage once again under center. Blake, the running back, right behind him. And false start for Reinhardt. Rams all fired up, jumping off that time for the Eagles. A rare mishap for this Reinhardt offense. And Logan Garner, he jumped offside, and now moves it back half the distance to the goal. 3rd down and 9 from the 2-yard line.
Big penalty for this Reinhardt Eagles.
See if they try to go for the sticks here. Remember, this is a Reinhardt team that is really destroyed Bluefield these last couple of years. Rams want to upset so badly. 3rd down and 9 from the 2. Once again, hard snap count. Man in motion, left to right, handed off far side, trying to get the blocks, and he's tripped up at the 7-yard line. Zaire Lindsay tripping up the running back that was racing out to the right, and Otis Odom. Odom, a guy who has broken off humongous plays against the Rams in the past, tripped up there at the 7-yard line. So now with 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter, we'll see if Hardy even tries to punt this one away. Antonio Strickland in that revolving door of Bluefield College punt returners. Play clock is still on, so he's going to have to punt it. Hardy back. Heels right at the back of the end zone. Rams trying to block for Strickland to possibly put this one in for Bluefield. Turner racing in, unblocked, almost got a hand on it, and it takes a bounce for Strickland. Caught it at the 45-yard line, stutter step on the far side, and trucks his way up to the 40 and nearly out of bounds. Wrestled out of bounds, and a flag sails in right at the end. Reinhardt had him down pretty confidently there, and the tackle out of bounds made by, it looked like for Reinhardt, Bryce Atchison, the redshirt freshman, threw down Antonio Strickland, so that add that 15 yards already to great field position for Bluefield.
We talked about how big of an upset this would be for Bluefield, and no, it doesn't affect Bluefield in the standings as much, but this will severely affect Reinhardt's seeding going into the national tournament.
Right, Rams trying to play spoiler today, and I think now the Rams are worried about if they also committed a penalty on this play.
personal foul on the kicking team. Unnecessary roughness. 15
So it's 15 yards already. So the penalty happened at the 40, and the Rams are going to move all the way up to the 25, only down 3-0 here with 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So the Rams are going to run one more play, see if they go end zone here, going right to left at Mitchell Stadium with a good Bluefield crowd on hand. A few Reinhardt fans making the trip up from Aleska, Georgia as well. Verbal all alone in the gun, 3 receivers to the near side for Bluefield. All spotted at the Reinhardt 25 with 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rams down 3-0. Verbal calls for the ball and gets it. Back to throw, steps, throws it middle, looking for Strickland, and it's intercepted. Lamar was right there, touchback, and just switch it over right back to the Eagles as we go to the second quarter. That's just been the story of the year for Bluefield College so far this season. We'll take a break, move on to the second quarter right after this. It's 3-0 Eagles. Jacoris Lamar's second interception of the season gives Reinhardt the ball back right after Bluefield had a little bit of momentum going their way after a decent punt return from Strickland, and then the penalty that forced it 15 yards even deeper. So the Rams had the ball at the 25, tried to go for it all on the first play, and it was intercepted by Jacoris Lamar, who was a bit slow getting up. That's his second pick of the year for this Reinhardt team. Sixth pick overall for this Eagles defense. So now Billy Hall back to work, kind of negating that Bluefield College defensive front there, or defensive stance we just saw that had them pinned down inside of their own 10-yard line. So once again, going under center, Billy Hall fakes the handoff, play action, back to throw, has all day, steps, throws it deep, middle of the field, incomplete. Intending on the pass for Reinhardt, trying to streak across the middle, and it was no good to P.J. Williams. Zaire Lindsay looked like he was on the coverage, and a man is down for the Eagles at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's Malachi Moten, freshman offensive lineman from Carrollton, Georgia. That was the first play of the second quarter, 3-0. Bailey Engel, Jackson Bass, glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield College. Well, Jackson, just a recap of this part of the game. You can't really complain about anything the Bluefield College defense has done. The Eagles were able to drive on that first drive and then kind of self-destructed there when they got into Bluefield College territory. But then after that, the Rams have really been able to do a great job of keeping them on their own side of the field.
They definitely have, and I wanted to take a sec and compliment the amount of energy that our crowd has today. I remember when they were kicking the field goal, I heard a bunch of stomps, and I thought we were getting thunder again.
And I was thinking, oh no, here we go again. After such a long delay for Bluefield College, Moten up to 1 foot and helped off for the field. So, second down and 10 coming up. We saw Hall going deep for really one of the few times today. Reinhardt in the past, obviously a team that can run the ball at will. They've been able to do so against everybody in this league. They're 6-0 on the season. Rams seem like they've had a decent enough game plan so far in that first quarter. Now, what's really going to take a toll on Bluefield is if the offense is not able to keep that defense off of the field. So Rams are going to need a little bit more out of Bryce Verbal in this receiving core today, obviously, if they want to keep this competitive. So second down and 10, Reinhardt back to work at their own 20-yard line. Hall under center. Snap handed off McLeod, right side, cuts up at the 25, and the safety's there to make the tackle. Bluefield College helped out that time. The secondary, Marique Banks. So Banks able to make the tackle, joined by Kadarius Finazzi. Here comes third down and 1. Seemed like we've had a good amount of third down and shorts for Reinhardt from their own 29-yard line. They need the 30. McLeod, the running back behind him in a 3-point stance. Man in motion, handoff left. McLeod near side crosses the 30, tripped up as he spins to the 35-yard line. And he was twirled there by Finazzi. So good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 with 14-10 to play in the first half. So Reinhardt moving. Team that doesn't huddle up, but they can really milk the clock down with how well they run the ball. Billy Hall, the Tennessee native, really great game manager, great rusher himself, now setting up in the shotgun with a receiver on the far side. Man in motion, fakes the jet sweep, back to throw, tight ends going down the field. Hall, pump fake, rushing out to the right, and Kayshawn Ridgel wraps him up to bring him down all the way back at the Reinhardt 28-yard line. That's the second big tackle of the day for Kayshawn Ridgel, who broke up that big screen that almost converted that third down and a mile opportunity back on the first drive of the ball game. So Ridgel, guy who's lost a ton of weight moving from his defensive tackle position that he came in at Bluefield, now defensive end. That's a humongous sack against Billy Hall. So Hall, second down and very long from his own 28-yard line. Second down and 17. They need it all the way up to the Reinhardt 45-yard line. Bring it in motion again, right to left. Bluefield all the way there. Rams, no, it was a fake, and Billy Hall took it out at the last second to rush it up to the 35-yard line. Thought that Charles Turner blew the play up, and instead, Kayshawn Ridgel got the tackle down the field, but a flag sailed out right at the end. Well, this flag came out right at the end as Hall went to the 35-yard line. It looks like the officials are conferring here to see what this possibly could be called. Jackson, got to be honest, that was one of the better fakes of the ball game because Hall snatched the ball right out of the running back's hand at the last possible second. And that was one heck of a draw up the middle. They have not moved the chain from the 28 up to where he got it to about the 35-yard line.
I mean, I got faked out watching it.
I thought that the blue field had already blown up yet another jet sweep.
We talked about it prior to the game that Reinhardt really runs a very
Personal
simple
foul.
offense, but it's so deadly.
Hit to the head.
So they're calling a possible
15-yard penalty.
targeting. And
Actually,
now here's a great time for the
targeting is the call.
crowd, the officials' mic to work. We test it out every week, and the official never is able to. So it looks like Finazzi, as he's the guy running off of the field, is going to be called out of the game. One targeting call, and that's it. Finazzi, unfortunately, is out for Bluefield, the redshirt sophomore from Chattanooga, Tennessee, who has already
Target against Bluefield.
dealt with
Number
so many
2,
injuries trying to get back into this ball game, back into this lineup for Bluefield College. And I think that's a rule that they're really going to have to look into in all levels of college football for the next couple years. Because one, at the NAI level, makes it even more tough because in Division I, you're able to have the benefit of looking over the replay and seeing if it's actually worth ejecting someone for. But Finazzi, just by the call of one official, the way he saw it, he's out of the game with 13 minutes left to go in the second half, or excuse me, in the second quarter. So first down and 10, moves the ball all the way up to the Reinhardt 49-yard line. Whistle blows. And the officials making sure everything is correct. And I don't think a single thing has changed from that, except that the clock ran down to 12:54. Now it's running again. So first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Hall gonna fake the handoff to Blake. Twirls out to the right. Pump fake. Steps up. Throws it down the far sideline. Flag comes out of the end. And it's incomplete. Pass intended on that far side. Looking for the receiver streaking down the field. And Navari Solomon, the sophomore. And a flag is down at the Bluefield College 29-yard line.
Incomplete.
I think that was some fast interference.
Second down. Flag on the
It's
play.
gonna definitely be on either Solomon or the man covering him, which appears to be Haston on that far side. That was Zaire Lindsay, excuse me. And Reinhardt appears to be moving. And the white cap, I'm pretty sure didn't even turn around to call it. So here we go. First down and 10
Result of the play. First down,
at the Bluefield College 41-yard line. He just thought, well, let's guess.
I think that was holding, the not pass interference.
Holding,
It was only 10 yards.
Only 10 yards on Bluefield, but an automatic first down into Bluefield territory. Odom gets the handoff on first down, cutting out to the right side. Banks wrapping him up. What a tackle for Banks, ripping him down at the Bluefield College 40-yard line. And as for the Rams, setting up second down and 9, I think that's going to be key, Jackson, as we move into this game. 12:23 left to go, only 3-0 Eagles. It's going to be key for Bluefield to get these first down, second down plays to only be about a 2 or 3 yard game because Reinhardt has really been able to manage third down and 2, third down and 3, and fourth down and 1 very well so far in this game with how they've been able to run the ball. So the Rams trying to key on those big jet sweeps that the Eagles have thrown against them. Second down and 9 from the 40 for Bluefield. Hall under center, handed off left side. Blake stutters out of a tackle, breaks one at the 35-yard line, and spins up to the 34. Sam Kirtley and Logan Petrone able to finally make the tackle. And now we're going to see third down and about 3 coming up. All the way up to the Bluefield College 34.
That brings up.
And just like you talked about it, they might have that big gap on second and long, but then they shorten it to third and 3 and right back into it.
So third down and 3 from the 34. Handoff Blake right side, has the first down and more across the 30 and breaks his tackle all the way up to the Bluefield College 27-yard line on a gain of 7. And it will be a first down as Bobby McBride, the senior for Bluefield, cycles into the ball game. Defensive end celebrating senior day. Started out his career at Bluefield College. Took a couple of years on a break at another school and now back as Hall takes a snap on first down, steps back, throws it near side. It's caught for the touchdown from 27 yards away. A perfectly dialed up pass to Navari Solomon. And the 6'1 sophomore wide receiver from Kennesaw, Georgia, puts Reinhardt on the board for the first time touchdown-wise today. It's 9-0 with a PAT coming up. Well, Billy Hall, he didn't even need that much space to even drop back to throw that ball. It was about a 1.5 step drop under center and let it fly for Solomon down the near side. So, first down and 10 turns into a touchdown from the 27-yard line, 27-yard pass. Here is Hardy to try to make it 10-0. Waiting for the snap. Hold, kick is away, and it is good. Probably would have been good from about 45 yards away. So now it's 10-0 Eagles, capitalizing on a touchdown. First time today. 11-12 left to play in the first half, and Bluefield is down 10-0. Welcome back, everyone. Reinhardt scoring on a 27-yard touchdown pass from Billy Hall to Navari Solomon, sophomore. So, Hardy ready to kick it away with 11-12 left to play here in the second quarter. Hardy steps up to the ball, swing of the leg, and the kick is back all the way back at the 5-yard line. And drop, picking it up at the 9-yard line. Trying to get a block on the far side, cutting all the way back at the 5. This is bad news, and it is. Tackled all the way back at the 6. And on the tackle was pretty much an entire host of Eagles, but more importantly, Tyler Sedlock, a defensive back who's not ready to really receive. We have not seen him return kicks at Mitchell Stadium this year. Try to cut it all the way out to the right, so Bluefield College up against a Reinhardt defense that picked them off on the last drive, now starts out at their own 7-yard line. Remember, Lowell Patron out for Bluefield after being hit on the first kickoff return for the Rams today and has not returned. So, for the Rams setting up first down and 10 from their own 7-yard line. Once again, no running backs. Bryce Verbal already has thrown an interception in the end zone today. Bluefield trails 10-0. Verbal in the gun. 3 receivers near side. Verbal calling out some new signals to his wide receivers, including Antonio Strickland and Ebron on the near side. Verbal back in his own end zone, steps, throws it middle, has Strickland wide open, makes the catch across the 35-yard line, and twirls his way all the way up to the Bluefield College 43-yard line. A humongous gain of 36 yards and a great way to start the drive. So, trying to streak across the middle there. And Strickland tackled by that secondary for Reinhardt. Steps back, throws it left, and it's incomplete. Looking for the quick pass on the far sideline for Bluefield. DeAndre Jackson was open, and that seemed like Jackson was hit pretty hard even when the ball was coming in. No flag coming out. And now Ben Mead's going to come into the game. So Bluefield down 10-0. That was a great pass to Antonio Strickland, who's turning in a pretty good year despite only a 1-5 start for Bluefield College. The second down and 10 from the Bluefield 43-yard line. And a flag apparently did come out. So every game we test to see if the official's mic has worked, and now they just move it up, so a 5-yard penalty. First down and 5 for Bluefield from the 43. Make it up to the 48 of Bluefield College. Once again in the gun, 2 receivers pinched out on the right side. And one on the near side, and Ebron flinched, and now the 5 yards coming right back for the Rams.
story of this year, like you said.
Second down.
Have one really good thing, and then
Yep. And I mean, you go back and you don't want to really pick on this Bluefield College team, but you think back to that great kickoff return for Patron against St. Andrews. Rams are about to pull off this brilliant comeback. And then they get down to the 25, false start, and then an interception right after that. It just has been the story of the year. First down and 10. Now from the 43, Verbal pump fake, throws it near side. Flag comes out right at the end on the near sideline. Quirley was down and throwing up the hands that time for Reinhardt and David Wingfield, wondering what that flag could possibly be for. So that's the third straight play with a flag, and it appears that Reinhardt knows it's on them. They're moving back, and Bluefield's moving forward here. Strickland was the intended target of that pass. And
Pass interference on the defense.
it's a pass interference, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Jackson, it's imperative for Bluefield here to make something happen with these calls that have benefited them throughout this ball game. Reinhardt has fumbled a snap. They have gotten themselves pinned down inside of their own 5-yard line. Rams started out the 25 of Reinhardt, and they have been unable to score so far. So they just put it at the spot of the foul, so it moves to the 48, first down and 10 for Bluefield, and only a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first down. So Verbal takes the snap on first down, steps back, throws it middle, almost intercepted. Key by Sidney Ham, the safety from Griffin, Georgia. And he almost had an interception that could have taken it back to the house, but instead it's incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 48 with 10:22 to play. So still in the second quarter, Rams down 10-0 up against the number 10 team in the country. Reinhardt has really been tough on Bluefield these past couple of years, but the Rams hanging tough so far with 10.5 minutes left to play in the before halftime. Three receivers out to the right for Verbal. Steps, throws it left on a quick screen. Quirley spun down in the backfield, all the way back at the Bluefield College 43-yard line for a loss of 5. Third down and 15 coming up, and Killebrew was having none of that for Reinhardt. Boy, for Quirley, just hung out to dry there, and I think you're now seeing, Jackson, where Reinhardt knows it's going to be a pass every single play and have really been able to key on some of that predictability, including a little screen like that.
yeah, and you see them kind of get messed up when they hand the ball over to Antonio Stewart.
Third down and 15 from the 43. Verbal steps, throwing on the right side, caught by Ebron, trying to spin out of a tackle, and does at the 45, toe tapping down the near sideline and converts for a first down all the way in Reinhardt territory up at the Eagles' 34-yard line. Finally pushed out of bounds by Ham, but how about Jaquan Ebron? He was dead to rights after catching that ball and spun out of a tackle, able to tightrope all the way up to the Reinhardt 34. Third down and a mile turns into a first down and 10 for Bluefield in Eagles territory. That seems like the biggest play of the game. First down and 10 from the 34. 9:12 left to play in the half. Verbal in an empty set once again. Three receivers left. Back, throws it right. Caught by Strickland. Tries to shake out of a tackle. Throws his stiff arm and pushed out of bounds for about a yard gain at the 33-yard line. Brown had read that so well for the Eagles. As Strickland wasn't able to break out of the tackle on the bubble screen. Second down and 9 coming up with a running clock at 8:50. And the Rams Digital Sports Network, Bluefield 1-5. This would be one of the biggest upsets, I think, in NAIA history if the Rams are able to come away with this win against Reinhardt today. But have to score first with the Eagles up 10-0. Can the Rams shake off the turnover bug with 4 receivers out to the left and only 1 on the near side in Ebron? Verbal on second down and 9 as the play clock run all the way down to 1. Takes the snap, rolling left, throws it far sideline. It's caught by Strickland and backs his way into the red zone all the way up to the Reinhardt 14-yard line. First down Bluefield. Oglesby on the coverage, and Strickland was able to make the catch right over top of him. They move the ball all the way up to the 15. First down and 10. Rams in the red zone for the first time today. I'll remember the last time Bluefield had it close to this deep in territory of Reinhardt. An interception was thrown in the end zone. Snap, handoff, Quirley tries to cut back up the middle. And it looks like Reinhardt was not fooled by that. Jalen Everett, especially the safety from Valdosta, Georgia, able to make the tackle for no gain. Second down and 10 coming up for Bluefield. Down 10-0 up against this Reinhardt squad, a defense that, remember back in 2017, the Rams were playing for an Appalachian Division title, and the defense absolutely ripped apart Case and Witt that entire day. So now, Rams not playing for that, but playing for pride here on second down and 10. Verbal back, fades it near side, end zone. Ebron can't make the catch. Ball goes in and out of his hands, but it was defended well on the play by Oglesby. And Oglesby knew it, celebrating right after that. So now third down and 10 for Bluefield from the 15-yard line of the Eagles. I think for the Rams, all you need to do is get up to the 5-yard line. So don't have to necessarily be playing end zone here. Timeout called by the Eagles, and we'll take a break with 7:17 to play in the half. Bluefield in the red zone, but a big third down coming up when we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 10-0 Eagles, 7:17 to play in the first half. Bluefield College down by a couple of scores, but driving all the way up to the Reinhardt 15-yard line. And now they need the 5 to keep this drive going. Verbal has been in an empty set all day as the Rams go left to right here at Mitchell Stadium on a gloomy afternoon in a game that was delayed 3 hours. Verbal trying to make something happen here with 3 receivers out to the right. Snap on third down and 10, back to throw, dumps it right, caught by Quirley, cuts up at the 10-yard line, stiff arms his way all the way up to the 9 on a gain of 6. And it's going to be fourth down and 4 coming up. Bluefield College not going to roll the dice at all. Tanner Griffith out to kick. Now, I say not going to roll the dice, but we have seen for Bluefield so many times this year when they go to kick a field goal that's a chip shot, and this one certainly seems like it would be from 26 yards out, bad things have happened on this field goal blocking line for Bluefield College. So from 26 yards out, the hold, the kick is away, and it is good. So the Rams on the board after a great drive with 6:39 to play in the first half. Bluefield trails by 7, 10-3 after the Eagles stifle the Rams in the red zone. (10-3) the score. Eagles leading in this one. Bluefield College able to score in the first half against Reinhardt, which is something they were not able to do all the way back in 2019 when the Rams took the trip down to Waleska, Georgia. Bluefield College playing tough against this Eagles squad, the only time that Bluefield will face the number 10 team in the country this year. So, ready to kick it off for the Rams with 6:39 to play. Tanner Griffith with Otis Odom all the way back at the 9-yard line to try to receive this one as he toes up to the 10. Tanner Griffith, good from 26 yards away, trying to get this drive started well for Bluefield College on defense. See what the Rams can do here on special teams. Kick is away for Griffith. Odom all the way back to the 4-yard line, makes the catch at the 3, steps up and runs across the middle at the 20, ducks his shoulders and tackled down at the Bluefield, make it Reinhardt 27-yard line, that time by Tavarius Corbett for Bluefield. And we'll have to see what Billy Hall can do with 6:32 to play here in the first half. Bailey Engel, Jackson Bast on the call for you. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. First down and 10. Had lightning in the area. So much rain to begin this day. We're supposed to start at 1:30 here on a senior day, but now here it is first down and 10 coming up for Reinhardt. So Hall goes into the shotgun. Snap, handed off right side. Blake trying to toe his way on the left side, make that Collins actually, and gets to the 31 for a gain of a few yards on second down and 6 coming up.
23. Blake tackled by a host of Rams. Second down.
So the Rams on defense, able to gang up there. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Second down and 6 coming up from the 31. Snap handed off right side on a sweep. Big stiff arm, spins at the 35-yard line, dives up to the 36. Very close to the first down. Third down and 1. Bluefield able to make the tackle. Stephen Mackel there. And on the carry, it was Javarcia Meadows. So now third down and 1 coming up from the 36-yard line. Hall goes under center. Rams piling up the line of scrimmage. Man in motion, left to right. Snap, handoff on a jet sweep. I don't think he got there, and the spot signals that he did. What a play to Terry Burden. Burden wrestled his way very close to the sticks at the 37-yard line. Patron, who's having himself a great game, made the tackle to make it very interesting. And it looks like from the initial spot,
it is fourth down.
Fourth down. Fourth down, no. Now they're saying to move the chains. Well, that's what happens when the officials, Jackson, don't signal, and everybody in Bluefield is pretty upset about that. Big letdown, first down and 10 from the 37 of Reinhardt. So Hall under center, play action, steps back, has time, throws it middle of the field, wide open man, diving to make the catch all the way across the Bluefield College 35-yard line. Dylan Kelly, what a grab. First down and 10 coming up for the Eagles, and Kelly going back to the huddle. That will not happen with swagger, and he's ready to line up for another play.
Those are the kinds of plays that you cannot let these Reinhardt Eagles capitalize on.
Nope, because the Eagles are going to really cut you down on a bunch of runs. Don't want to get them on these big chunk plays. First down and 10. Kelly goes in motion. Hall back to throw. Steps and throws it near side. Caught there. Wrapped up, and flags coming after the catch was made. Obviously going to be some sort of face mask after Solomon made the grab across the 25. And now that was already a pretty decent play all the way up to the Bluefield College 24-yard line, which is very close to the first down, and now it's going to be an automatic first down after that face mask penalty. So tack on a few more yards. Rams had momentum, and now all of a sudden the Eagles move the ball even deeper into Bluefield College territory up to the 12-yard line with 4:30 left to play in the first half. Hall climbing under center once again. Jake Brock, the center, wearing number 52. And in motion, Odom, snap, handed off Odom on a counter right side, breaks out of a tackle and spins up to the Bluefield College line of scrimmage there, make it right at the 7-yard line for a gain of 0. Second down and 10 coming up. Actually, excuse me, a gain of 4.
Second down.
Made it all the way up to the 8. Bluefield College. Second down and 6. Hall. Once again under center. Hasn't varied that many times today. Snap, handed off on a jet sweep near side, lowers the shoulder. Rams able to make the tackle, but finding all the way up to the 1-yard line, very close to it, actually at the 2.
Tackle by a host of Rams. Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play, Jackson. Good carry, though, by Ahmad Barron, running back from Macon, Georgia.
I can see some of the Rams getting flustered. I saw 2 of them knock into each other, trying to block or trying to tackle the guy on the jet sweep.
Jackson Charlton Perrin running out on the field for Bluefield College, replacing Bobby McBride. And it appears that, well, Barron was a bit mixed up on the play. There is a flag down at the 5. And remember the last time that there was a big conference, it did not mean great things for Bluefield. So as it stands right now, I believe they spotted the ball inside of the 5, all the way up to the 2. It'd be enough for a first down.
Timeout on the field.
And now there's a timeout on the field. Looks like Barron is favoring one of his knees. Now would be a great time for the official to have a crowd mic. Have you ever watched Division I or NFL football and just realize how much of a luxury that is to hear what the officials have to say?
I like the Bluefield Beavers logo.
Yeah, now we're getting a shout out to the Beavers. So it is a penalty on Bluefield. Either way, moves it up to the 2-yard line. It appears that Reinhardt has declined it. Billy Hall and his team up 10-3, trying to tack on a few more points here. 3.5 minutes left to play. Running back right behind him. Once again, it's going to be Isaiah Blake, the senior from Jefferson, Georgia. All under center. Blake right behind him. Odom in motion left to right. Hall back to throw. Throws it near side. Solomon makes the catch. Touchdown.
Number 80, Solomon. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, Navari Solomon, his second touchdown grab of the ball game. And now it is 16-3 with 3:16 left to play. And unfortunately, you just feel like the energy has really been taken out of Bluefield here in these last couple of drives from Reinhardt. Hardy ready to kick this one on a PAT.
Eagles, number 39, Hardy.
Trying to make it a 14-point game. Hardy back for the PAT. He's been perfect today. High snap, swing of the leg. The kick is up, and it is good. So 17-3. Big drive that time by Reinhardt, able to pass it at will a few times. And now it is 17-3 with the number 10 team in the country on top here at Mitchell Stadium with 3:16 to play in the first half. Welcome back, everyone. Hardy ready to kick this one away. It's 17-3 with 3:16 to play here in the first half. Hardy has been a great kicker. Reinhardt has been a great team, especially on offense. Rams had a good drive last time out, but it seems like that big interception in the end zone really has changed the trajectory of the game. So I have to see what Bryce Verbal can do when he gets back to work, as Hardy is ready to kick this one away from his own 35-yard line. Toes up to the ball, swing of the right leg, and it's a boomer all the way back into the end zone. And the Rams do the right thing and don't even try to return it. So Bluefield College going to start out at their own 25-yard line. Well, we did see for Bluefield College's offense, Jackson, that Bryce Verbal did a heck of a job trying to lace the ball up to Antonio Strickland, who's been his main target going across the middle of the field, and Jaquan Ebron had a big catch as well. But you see that absence with Lowell Patron, the third wide receiving option that has been strong for Bluefield in the past couple of years. Patron hurt on that first kickoff return he had today.
Yeah, and if you see how these guys are playing, you're going to need all three options when you're playing a team like Reinhardt, who's number 10 in the nation.
Well, the official thought that it was 8 years ago where the touchback was at the 20-yard line and now has to move it up to the 25 because it's been like that for a while now. So first down and 10 from the Bluefield College 25. Verbal in the gun. Takes a belt-high snap, running out to the right, hit as he throws, and the catch is made by Antonio Strickland in a sliding effort all the way up to the Bluefield College 33-yard line, and it's a gain of 8 for Bluefield. Second down and 2 coming up. Very positive play, and they actually move it all the way up to the 35, and once again, the PA announcer has jumped the gun. It's going to be second down and 1 from the 34. Verbal with 3 receivers out to the left. Going to throw it again. Back to throw. Blitz coming. Throws it middle. Intended for Meade. They want a flag there, and the Rams will not get it. Kellen Neal was draped over the body of Ben Meade, and no flag came out. So down 17-3. Bluefield certainly could have used a bit of help on a play like that. Neal, that was very questionable without the flag there. And you can hear the Bluefield College coaching staff up here in the booth near us. Not excited about that. So 3rd down and 1. Rams need the 35. They're at the 34. Verbal takes the snap, throws it left. It's caught. Has the first down up to the Bluefield College 37-yard line. Ben Meade able to make the catch on a 3-yard gain, moving the chains for Bluefield. 1st down and 10. Immediately went down to the ground after catching it. So the Rams also have 3 timeouts left. Eagles with just 1. With 2.5 minutes to play before halftime. They're going to get the ball in the second half as well. Verbal, tough snap, stumbles in the backfield, rolling out to the right, still looking, looks, dumps it right side, and incomplete. Had intended that one possibly for Trevelyan or Ebron, but I think Jackson, he was just trying to get out of dodge there and luckily got the ball away.
Yeah, this is such a crucial drive for these Bluefield Rams if they want to stay into this game.
Yeah, down by 14. They're going to have to, it feels like really for Bluefield, now that the offense for Reinhardt has sort of figured it out, that this is an Eagle squad that is going to make Bluefield College on offense feel the need to score every single drive to stay in this game. Now, the Rams defense did make a couple of big stops there, but with Billy Hall stepping back and throwing the ball to Solomon very well, it's going to be tough for Bluefield to get something going on defense consistently. Verbal back on 2nd down and 10, throws it left. It's caught and then dropped by Trevelyan. Looking for the pass on the far sideline. Trevelyan on the curl route, hit him right in the hands and dropped it. So now it's 3rd down and 10 from the Bluefield College 37-yard line. And a whistle and a timeout by Reinhardt. So Reinhardt wanted to call a timeout even when the clock had stopped, which I find to be interesting. And we'll take a break here with 2:11 left to go. 17-3 the score here in the second quarter. Reinhardt on top. Third down and 10 coming up. Bluefield up against Reinhardt. 17-3, 2:11 left to play. Verbal back to throw. Steps up, throws it right side, deflected. Almost caught by Strickland. Goes right out of his hands at the 49-yard line. Defended on the play by Everett, but Strickland had it. And now it's going to be 4th down and 10. And I think for Reinhardt, you're wondering why he even took that timeout there, because now you have no timeouts left, and it's not like this Reinhardt team doesn't have a bunch of time left with 2 minutes and 6 seconds, but now the Eagles don't have any timeouts. Try to move the ball down the field. They took a timeout after the incomplete pass on 2nd down to stop the clock. So now on 4th down, Griffith swings the leg, boots it back deep, as it takes a Bluefield roll all the way inside the 20-yard line, picked up at the 18, running at the right side. Blake cuts up at the 35-yard line, stiff arm move, and dances all the way across the Reinhardt 40 with a flag coming down all the way back at the 28-yard line. And this could be coming back after the big return. So for the Rams, trying to get a stop on defense. Clock has continued to run, so that is not correct. We're going to have to keep that going. And I think the officials just realize that now. They got to move the clock all the way back to close to about 1:50 left to go. It ran down to 1:26. 17-3 the score. And it's going to be coming back. So that was a pretty good return there for Reinhardt, moving it up to close to the 40-yard line by Isaiah Blake. And now Jackson's going to go all the way back to the 18-yard line. So if the Rams are able to get a big turnover here, it could really change the momentum of the game. But Reinhardt has been so safe and impeccable with how they've been able to move down the field.
It's very surprising that, Reinhardt's making mistakes like this, just like that block in the back that we just had.
Well, they have played a bit of a sloppy game, and it has been a bit of a tough day for everyone involved with this. We were supposed to start at 1:30. Lightning came down, and there was a torrential downpour. Now, the rain wasn't the problem. It was, in fact, the lightning. So moved us all the way back to get this started at 4:10, close to 3 hours past what we originally intended to start the game. So now, first down and 10 with 1:51. They get the clock right for Billy Hall and company in the gun. Belt high snap, play action, pressure coming from Ndala, and Wimbush steps up, throws it right, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off on the play on a rolling effort by Stephen Mackel for Bluefield College. So now it's second down and 10 with 1:46 to play. Reinhardt with no timeouts. Bluefield College has 3. Ball is spotted at their own 18-yard line. Trying to go with a safe play out to Newsom, who's already got a couple of touchdown catches today for Reinhardt. And a Reinhardt team that has ran the ball so well, they've gone in the air for both of the TDs. So Hall sets up in the gun on second down and 10 from his own 18-yard line. Man in motion, play action, pressure coming. Hall hit as he throws, near side. He's got a man. It's caught to the 40-yard line. Kelly has it down the near sideline, 35-30. He is tackled and wrestles all the way up to that 16-yard line on a humongous gain. And now, just like that, 1:34 left to play in the half. Reinhardt has got plenty of time to try to stick another touchdown on the board.
That's enough for an Eagles first down.
Banks and Haston able to combine to make the tackle there. Hall under center, rushing up with 1.5 left to play. Bootleg right, steps, throws it far sideline, intended for Newsom, incomplete. And now it'll be second down and 10 to put the brakes on this ball game with 1:25 left to play.
It'll bring up second down.
So, second down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Hall in the gun as McLeod to his right. Tottenham jumped offside. See if he got back in time. Offensive lineman in John Cano got a hand on him, but
Offsides on the defense.
and it is an offsides on Tottenham. So just benefiting Reinhardt, a team that has already been able to, with their own athleticism, get what they want done today. And the Rams can't afford to give them plays like that. And we have heard Billy Hall use that hard snap count for the Eagles. Now moves it up from the 16 to the 11. Second down and 5, 17-3. Reinhardt leads by 14. Once again, a hard snap count. Rams almost jump but hold it off there on Logan Petrone on the defensive end on the far side. So now Bluefield calls an audible with the linebackers lining up in the middle. Now Hall calls an audible himself, and a whistle blows. Let's see if the Rams called a timeout because the Eagles don't have one. And Reinhardt wanted to call a timeout. They don't have any. They added time to the play clock. Wow. So I'm not 100% sure what just happened there, but Reinhardt basically gets a free timeout. Second down and 5. Play clock runs down to 15 seconds. Hall in the gun. Running back to his right as McLeod steps up, throws it right. End zone, incomplete. Intending on the pass for Otis Odom. And for Bluefield, coming up with a big spot here. Third down and 5. Rams get the ball back to start the second half, but currently trail 14 by 14. 17-3 the score with 1:21 left.
It's third down.
Third down and 5 coming up for the Eagles. Hall looking over to his sideline. This Reinhardt team 6-0 to begin the year. Rams 1-5. Trying to put another touchdown on the board before we go to break. Hall switches McLeod right to left. Two receivers out to the right for Billy Hall. Odom in motion, play action. Hall rolls out right, looks end zone, throws it there, incomplete. Sending on the pass, that time for Meadows. And now that it's incomplete, 4th down and 5, and it looks like Hardy is coming out with the kicking team for Reinhardt. That's a big stop for the Bluefield defense, and it's a rare time where the Eagles kind of stifled and went stagnant on offense there, Jackson. After the offside penalty on Tottenham, they did not gain a single yard, and they leave a good amount of time on the board as well. Did not run the ball at all there.
Holder number 47, Tyler Price.
So here is Hardy from just about 28 yards away. Left hash, calls for the ball. Good snap, hold, kick is blocked, in the air. Rams come down with it, and Dalla trying to run it back on the near side. Pitch it out, was it forward Charles Turner on the near end. No flag is down. Turner on the near sideline, stumbles all the way out of bounds. Inside of Reinhardt territory. What a humongous break for Bluefield. And Jackson, I am absolutely shocked that there's no flag all the way back inside of the 10-yard line, because it looked like that pitch probably went forward.
I was pretty positive it did go forward.
And a man down. Rams, what a huge swing here. With 1:03 left. A block, Charles Turner nearly took it to the house. Ball is spotted right at the 50-yard line. So the Rams with 3 timeouts, only down by 14, able to block a 28-yarder. And Dalla pitched the ball away. Ball was hanging in the air for so long. Rams tried to take it up, and what a humongous block there. But it looks like Reinhardt has not even thought about the fact that, or even tried to argue with the officials that that pitch might have went forward. But, well, the Rams are going to start out right at the 50-yard line with 3 timeouts on the board, mind you. So, how huge would it be for Bluefield to score a touchdown with 1:03 left? They have the opportunity to do so, and going in half only down by 7. Could be a huge swing because it was about to be 20-3. On what a lot of fans would call a chip shot field goal from 28 yards away. So Verbal in the gun at the 50. Lots of energy in this Bluefield crowd now. Takes the ball. Back. Throws it middle. It's caught by Strickland inside of the 35. And it takes a gang of the secondary to bring him down all the way up to the 30, led by Everett. First down Bluefield on a gain of 15. Actually, a gain of 20 for Bluefield. So now after the 20-yard gain, first down and 10 with 58 seconds left to go. Timeout called by Bluefield. We're unable to get out of bounds. We'll keep it here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So now, once again, it seems like when they're going with Strickland with that pass right up the middle, at least on the first play of the drive, the Rams have been able to do it twice now. The Eagles have been unable to really find a great answer for that play. Well, the Rams crowd that has kind of cobbled together here throughout the rain. Lots of friends and family out to see the final home game of the season here in this, we'll call it 2020 season, 2021 spring season. But for the Rams, setting up at the 30-yard line, blocking a field goal, took it all the way back to the 50 on a pitch out to Turner. Rams tried to take it to the house. They now have the ball at the 30-yard line and feeling pretty good about this drive. With Verbal in the gun, receivers to watch out for Ben Mee, Jaquan Ebron, Trevelyan on the far side, and Antonio Strickland, who has been a very good target for the Rams, setting up in the slot on the left side. So left to right goes Bluefield, and the end of this end zone where the road is right behind it. So in those blue Adidas jerseys, number 6 in the backfield, Verbal back, takes the snap on first down, throws it far sideline. Strickland can't catch up to the ball on a heat pass. Verbal hitting the backfield as he threw. No flag coming out. That one was intended for Strickland all the way on the far sideline, incomplete. And now second down and 10 with 54 seconds left. Rams have 2 timeouts left. Trying to work the sideline so they don't necessarily have to take one. 54 seconds left from the 30-yard line of Reinhardt. Rams in Reinhardt territory after the blocked field goal that was only 28 yards away. Verbal empty set once again. 3 receivers left, 2 on the near side right. Snap from the right hash, Verbal on second down. Throws it left, caught by Quirley, and he is stifled. No, breaks a tackle at the 25. Dances at the far sideline, has the first down, and runs out of bounds inside of the Reinhardt 20. Meanwhile, flags coming out in the backfield. Verbal
But he knocked out of bounds.
shielding McLean Kirkley away from the defensive end. For Reinhardt and for Bluefield College, you have to hope that this one cannot be coming back because Quirley just made a tremendous play breaking out of the tackle. Garrison Walker, the defensive lineman, was the guy who got mixed up with Kirkley. And now with the flags coming out, Jackson, this just feels so deflating.
See, I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem because either way, they should be offsetting penalties.
Right, but they're going to replay the down after the play, so no.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
And also on the
On
offense.
the offense, those penalties offset. Replay, second down.
Oh, wow. So Quirley maybe made the play of the year, and then for the Rams, it just all goes away in an instant. That is just, well, you talk about it. It's just every time. Well, now it's not. So he replayed the second down. So it's offset. The official said that it was going to be second down, and it's literally a first down.
It was a Bluefield College first down.
It's not that hard to just signal first down. It really isn't. So for the Rams, first down coming up from the 20-yard line. Make it the 19, actually. Unbelievable. First down and 10 from 45 seconds away from the halftime intermission. From the left hash, 3 receivers on the right side. Verbal in the gun. 3 receivers near side. One of them Strickland, and once again, a flag sails in.
Flag on the play. False start on the offense.
Very frustrating for this Bluefield College coaching staff. A false start for Bluefield.
Repeat, first down.
And it's first down and 15. They get the ball at the 20-yard line up against a Reinhardt team that has been really just so tough for Bluefield to play in the past couple of years. Get a few gifts against them, and now up against the Eagles, you can't afford to make mistakes like that. Down by 14, 17-3. 44.3 seconds. We'll round it up to 45. Verbal in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Throws it right. Duck waddling pass, and it's almost intercepted. It was right to Kellen Neal. Neal had it in the end zone, and it rolled right off of his chest. So now it's going to be second down and 15.
You can feel the momentum shifting for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Right, and for Reinhardt, I mean, almost got another huge gift there. So second down and 15. The Rams have 2 timeouts left with 40 seconds left. Snap for Verbal, looking end zone, throws it right near side, and it's incomplete.
Verbal's pass intended for number 5.
So it's going to be third down and 15 from the 24-yard line. Rams need the 10, down by 14. They blocked a field goal to get to this point. Trying to play a very tough game. Reinhardt sideline getting into it on that far side. So Verbal setting up. 3 receivers near side. Van Meade, Strickland, and Jaquan Ebron. 2 receivers pinched out on the far side, and Quirley and Trevelyan. Verbal back on 3rd and 15. Draws to the middle, crossing the 20. Out the 15, lowers the shoulder close to the 11-yard line. And it will be 4th down and short coming up with 29 seconds left. 4th down and 1 to go. They needed the 10. Timeout called by Bluefield. Lowry was the man to make the tackle. And with 4th down and 1, Jackson, you have to feel like the Rams have to go for it here because you don't know when you're going to be able to get a gift like this against Reinhardt. Kicking the field goal, I really think that Bluefield College, you're down by 14. How much better is it if you're down by 11 in this situation? So I really think that the Rams need to go for it here.
This would be such a big play, especially, they score. They're only down by 7, and then they're going to get the ball back at the top of the half.
Right, so 4th down and 1 coming up. Rams, what makes it interesting, they haven't had a running back all day. So that's the biggest rush of the ball game, mind you. Verbal on that draw there was able to pick up 14 yards. 4th down and 1. It appears that Bluefield College's offense is staying on the field. So Verbal has the personnel of Antonio Strickland, Jaquan Ebron, Matt Trevelyan on the far side. and Christian Quirley, who made that great play to get the first down. Bryce Verbal, 4th down and 1. Bluefield at the Reinhardt 11. They need the 10 to move the chains with 29 seconds left in the half. Verbal climbs under center. He's going to try to sneak it up the middle, has a little bit of a push, and he has the first down and a bit more all the way up to the 6-yard line. That second push able to elevate Verbal into goal-to-go situation here. First down and goal, but the clock is running. 18 seconds left here in the first half. Verbal on first down and goal from the 6, steps back, throws it near side end zone, and Ebron wasn't able to get there. Verbal hit as he threw on the play. That was a big hit in the backfield by Tion Burrows, the defensive end, and now that leaves 12 seconds left.
I was a little surprised they didn't call a timeout there.
Yeah, especially with the Rams trying to rush, and it looks like there's a man down for Reinhardt. Eagles don't have a timeout left, and they're not in a scenario here where they have the ball, so wouldn't even need to think about a 10-second runoff. So with 12 seconds left, Bluefield does have a timeout, so they can think end zone at least for one more play. And what a sneak that was to go for it on 4th down and 1. Verbal, second straight rush for Bluefield College, able to move the ball all the way up to the 6-yard line. Now down 17-3. Ball is going to be spotted right at the 6. Rams feel like they need to score a touchdown here. Down by 14, 17-3 the score. Cowbells out for Bluefield College in the stands today. Verbal in an empty set. Trevelyan and Quirley out to the left. Strickland and Ebron on the right. Back to throw Verbal. Steps up, throws it near side. Strickland makes the catch. Touchdown, Bluefield. What a huge swing of events here. Right before the half is over with 9 seconds to spare. The Rams score a touchdown. And Verbal dialed it up to his best target of the ball game. What a throw for Verbal. Hanging it up for Strickland. Touchdown, Bluefield. Griffith Ryan trying to kick this one through the uprights. Snap the hold, the kick is away, and it is good. So the Rams leave 9 seconds left on the clock before halftime. 17-10 the score. Bluefield College down by 7 as we come back for the final kick right before halftime, but Bluefield only down by a touchdown when we come back. Rams out to kick with 9 seconds left. 17-10, Bluefield down by 7. After it was almost 20-3, the Rams block a field goal, take it back to the 50, score a touchdown with about a 50-second drive. So, Bryce Verbal dialing it up to Antonio Strickland. Tanner Griffith ready to kick this one away. Bluefield only down by 7 to the number 10 team in the country, and the Rams get the ball back to start the second half. So what is the idea here for Tanner Griffith? And he's going to kick it deep with 9 seconds left. Odom makes the catch at the 4-yard line. He's going to try to take it back at the 15, now 20. Gets a block and hit hard at the 30-yard line. Humongous hit for Bluefield's DeAndre Jackson, the running back, with a humongous hit. And now actually check that for the Rams. That's a big hit from, DeAndre Jackson. So Jackson with a huge hit at the 32-yard line with 3 seconds left. Rams on the sideline, only down by 7. So now we see what Billy Hall's going to try to do here. Will they just take a knee and concede? And it appears that for Reinhardt, he's going to go under center, which doesn't mean anything, but it looks like they will take a knee. So Hall climbs under center, takes a knee, and we are done with the first half. What a ball game we have here. 17-10. Rams only trail by 7. We'll take a break, be back with a halftime update. But as for now, Bluefield locked in a tight one here against the number 10 team in the country, the Eagles, 6-0, leading 17-10 at the break. Halftime here in Bluefield, 17-10. Rams only down by 7 to the number 10 team in the country. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bass, glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Take a look at the stats. Both teams identical with 12 first downs. Rams with not a ton of rushing yards, though. Only 22 yards rushing on 5 rushes. As for RU, 27 rushes for 85 yards. Rams have dialed up 180 passing yards, 115 of those receiving yards to Antonio Strickland, who has 1 touchdown today. And for Bryce Verbal, he is 16 of 33. You knew that he was going to probably drop back close to 50 times. He's on pace to doing it well more than that. Rams have had 38 plays for 202 yards. RU with 40 plays for 237 yards. Rams on offense, you got to look at that, Jackson. 5.3 yards per play. Reinhardt is winning this game by 7. They have 5.9. So on offense, the Rams really have almost matched Reinhardt today, but it seems like where the Eagles, up until that blocked field goal, had not made any big mistakes to turn the ball over. But that blocked field goal surely is a big point of emphasis in this game, because I think whatever happens at the end of this game, there might be a little bit of controversy there after it was blocked, which, mind you, it was only blocked because the kick was so low. I believe it hit the long snapper in the back. It was picked in the air by Ndala. He pitched it, and from our vantage point up here, it looked a bit like he pitched it forward, but that benefited Bluefield. Charles Turner took the ball all the way up to the 50. Reinhardt didn't really say much about it. We didn't hear James Miller really get into the officials after that. That gave the ball back to Bluefield with 1:03 left to go in the half, and the Rams scored 50 seconds later on a 6-yard pass from Bryce Verbal, who, Jackson, let's be honest, he looked very tough on that last drive.
Definitely did, and we talked about it. That score was very big for this offense, as much as they're going to get the ball back at the top of the half.
Yeah, starting out the second half, Bluefield will get the ball back. It feels imperative that the Rams are going to score, or need to score. 3:50 left to go here in this halftime. Billy Hall has been tough as well for Reinhardt. 152 yards as a touchdown, 2 of them today to Newsome for this team from Reinhardt. Well, the Reinhardt Eagles, you can expect them to run a ton, through for 152 yards, but ran for 85. Isaiah Blake leading the way with 25 yards. Dylan Kelly has 24, but it has been shocking today to see this Reinhardt team kind of adopt what Bluefield was doing and throwing the ball a good amount. Dylan Kelly, 2 receptions for 96 yards. Navari Solomon, who has 3 receptions for 38 yards, has a couple of touchdowns. Also have seen catches from Logan Garner as well as P.J. Williams. But the Rams trying to get something on offense going when we come back for the start of the third quarter in approximately 3 minutes here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Halftime between the Rams and the number 10 team in the country, Eagles, lead 17-10. coming up with the second half, 17-10. Reinhardt ready to kick this one away. Bluefield College trying to receive it and take it back for great field position. Bailey Engel, Jackson Bass, glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It's currently only a 7-point game after that big swing when Hardy had a kick low, got blocked. Bluefield College returned it back to the 50 with a little over a minute left to go, and the Rams scored a touchdown from 6 yards out on a throw by Verbal. So Strickland, who caught that touchdown pass, he has 115 yards receiving, back to receive with his fellow receiver in Jaquan Ebron. Hardy runs up to the ball, swing of the leg, and we are underway with the second half. Strickland calls for a fair catch, and the Rams will get the ball at the 25-yard line. So, pretty smart there for Bluefield. Remember, in college football now, you can fair catch it anywhere from inside of the 25 and move it up to the 25. So, even though Strickland was in the end zone, wouldn't have mattered if he did it at the 7 anyway. So, for Bluefield College, it's going to be a big drive coming up here. Bryce Verbal, aside from that one interception, and now he almost got picked off right before the end of the first half from Neal, but he has looked pretty good for Bluefield, trying to manage this ball game to keep the Rams into it, only down by 7. Now for the Rams, here on Senior Day. Trevelyan all to the right, Strickland lining up in the slot, as is Christian Quirley, who had that big play in the last drive as well. Two receivers near side, ball spotted left hash. Bluefield down by 7. Snap handed off. Quirley up the middle, and he is slammed down. Wasn't able to get much there. Able to twirl him down. Kenneth Lowry. As Lowry able to make the tackle. The linebacker for Reinhardt. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Make it actually a yard loss. 2nd down and 11 from the 24. So Rams have only ran the ball a few times today. Had under 30 yards rushing in that first half. So on 2nd down and 11, expect them to air it out here. Verbal in an empty set once again. Takes the snap, back to throw. Heaves it right side, caught by Quirley in the backfield, trying to spin in that backfield, and the screen is gobbled up. Leading the way, Jalen Everett. Everett had the screen keyed so well, and that Reinhardt sideline is into it now. So, going to be big here. Bluefield College has converted on a couple of these 3rd and longs before, but they've only gone backwards here on these first 2 plays. 3rd down and 11. Rams with Strickland, Ben Mead, and Jaquan Ebron on the right side, down by 7 to Reinhardt. They need to get it up to the Bluefield College 35-yard line. So here is Verbal. Once again, sets up in the gun. Tough snap for him. Rushing out to the left, sets his feet, steps, throws it middle of the field. It is broken up. Intended for Jaquan Ebron, and it was slapped down by Kellen Neal, who almost had that interception. So Jackson, absolutely not what you wanted to do for Bluefield College there. You only use a minute 15 on a 3-and-out. And that was a decent pass, but it just seemed like that drive was doomed from the start on the play call to rush it right up the middle with Quirley.
Yeah, and that's where you see that only passing's going to get you just so far.
Yeah, you got to be slightly a little bit unpredictable. And I tell you what, though, Rams are only down by 7. Goes back on the defense now to make a stop here. Blake back ready to receive for Reinhardt with Griffith ready to kick it. Low snap on the ground, gets the punt off anyway. Spiraling kick, taking a roll at the Bluefield 48, and then saved there by Dustin Barker for the Rams. But it was a low snap from Barker, recovered it, and now for this Reinhardt team, they start out in Bluefield territory at the 48-yard line. So for the Rams, certainly not even needing to give any gifts to Reinhardt here. Moving left to right, Billy Hall back to work. So in a couple of touchdown passes already today to Navari Solomon. So now 17-10, setting up at the Bluefield College 48. Hall under center, Blake behind him. Snap, hand off Blake, right, cuts up the middle. Shaking a move at the 40-yard line and dives up to the Bluefield College 38, right at the sticks. Cash able to make the tackle for the Rams, and it moves the chains on a gain of 10 right out of the gate for Reinhardt, already running the ball like we knew they would. Had 85 yards rushing in that first half. And as Billy Hall climbs under center, he has Blake behind him once more. 1st down and 10 from the Bluefield College 38-yard line. Snap to Hall, handoff Blake, right, Rams there on the linebacking core, led by Colin O'Donnell, the nose guard for Bluefield College, able to make a tackle. Flag comes out right at the end. Ahmad Barron getting into the face of Banks and Turner. And now we'll have to see if this flag is going to push this one 15 yards further into Bluefield territory or push them close back to the 50-yard line. It's a bit chippy between Reinhardt and Bluefield.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
And it will be on Bluefield. And Reinhardt.
Conduct on the offense. Those penalties will offset.
So offset, and it moves it
Repeat.
nowhere. Second down and 5 coming up from the 34. So remember last time happened after the play. So it offsets and the play just happened. So it's second down and 5 after the run by Blake, who stays in the ball game. Hall, the quarterback from Tennessee, been a very big threat for Reinhardt today. And I think that the Eagles' offense has been unpredictable enough to keep the Rams on their toes. Bluefield has done a pretty good job with these jet sweeps today. But with Hall dropping back to throw over to Navari Solomon on the near side, got to watch out for that because Solomon has made the Bluefield secondary pay a couple of times. 17-10, 13:05 left in the third quarter. 7-point lead for the Eagles. And now the whistle blows to resume the clock. So Hall ready to climb under center once again. Almost did with Jake Brock, and now he's ready to. So Blake, the running back, lining up back at the 40-yard line on second down and 5. Hall, play action, back to throw, looks left, ends collapsing, throws it middle. It is caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Kelly. Wide open down the middle of the field from 34 yards out. Hall with his third touchdown pass of the ball game, and now it's 23-10 coming up with a PAT from Hardy.
You cannot let Reinhardt make those kinds of plays.
And, I mean, for Dylan Kelly, who has been just a great receiver all day, that's his third catch, already has over 100 yards. Hardy ready to kick it to make it 24-10. Short drive, swing of the leg, the kick is up, and it is no good. No good, 23-10. It is now 23-10, a 13-point game. PA said it was good. It was not. So we'll take a break. Bluefield only down by 13, but a big touchdown from Billy Hall to Kelly. So Reinhardt got the ball in Bluefield territory. They score a few plays later. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bass back with you, 23-10. The PAT was no good from Hardy. Now the Rams trying to make something happen here on the second drive of the third quarter. Number 10 team in the country, Reinhardt, has won every game by double digits. Now, last week against Faulkner, the game was tied at halftime, but in that second half, the Eagles outscored the other Eagles from Faulkner 21-10 in the second half. So they ended up winning that game 35-24. Now the Eagles already with a quick score here in the third quarter that has been really detrimental to Bluefield in the past few games. Antonio Strickland watches that one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams, for the second straight drive here in the second half, will get the ball at their own 25-yard line. Well, for Bluefield, you got to see what they can do here with maybe Verbal throwing a couple of deep passes. That's how Bluefield has been in the game on a couple of these deep heaves to Strickland right down the middle of the field on the first play of the drive, which is interesting because Bluefield College decided to go with a run play on a little sweep up the middle for Quirley on a play. I guess it shouldn't be called a sweep if he's going up the middle, but Quirley brought in motion, went right up the middle, lost a yard, and that really set the tone for the next couple of plays. The Rams went 3 and out. So now first down and 10 from their own 25. Ball spotted far hash. Verbal going right to left, steps back, throws it left, caught by Strickland. Bobble the ball. It's picked off on the bobble. Running on the near sideline. Blocks and room to run. Taking it into the end zone. Tion Burrows The defensive tackle from Folkston, Georgia, takes it to the house, and what a nightmare of a third quarter this is turning out to be, and only 2.5 minutes into it.
Return for a touchdown.
Well, Strickland trying to move up the field, never had a really good hold of the ball. Burrows right there, had blocks and room to run. So now a new man coming in to kick these one away. Or this one away for Reinhardt after the second turnover of the ball game. And it's going to be Reed Schratweiser, freshman kicker, replacing Hardy, who kicked the ball right into the long snapper and also missed that last PAT. So 29-10. Schratweiser ready. High snap bobble, trying to roll it out. It's picked up and flapped on it. So the Rams, once again, will not give up a PAT. And now we're going to see a little bit of pushing and shoving right here at the end. So we'll take a break. 29-10, first play, and already a fumble, make it kind of an interception off of the bobble. 29-10, a pick six, and the Eagles are up by 19. So after Tion Burrows takes it to the house on an interception that was bobbled by Strickland, it is now 29-10, a 19-point lead for the Reinhardt Eagles, the number 10 team in the country, and they have scored 2 touchdowns in less than 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes and 25 seconds, all it took for the Eagles to score twice. Have not kicked a PAT through the uprights, mind you, in those last 2 times, so it's only a 19-point game as opposed to a 21-point game, but still, lots of room for Bluefield to try to come back in this one. So, Hardy still the place kicker, going to swing the leg and kicks it into the end zone on the far side. Strickland has really waited for that ball to go out of bounds, and Hardy, to his credit, has kicked yet another touchback. So, third drive for the Rams, 2.5 minutes in, 12:35 on the clock here in the third quarter. Bluefield down. What we saw in that first drive, Rams lost a yard on the drive. That's it. In 3 plays, weren't able to do anything with that. And then come back, open up to throw the ball to Strickland. Kind of ham-fisted it there in the middle of the field. Tion Burrows was right in the right place at the perfect time for Reinhardt. Took it back to the house on the near side. So now the Rams down by 19 in the blink of an eye. 12 unanswered points coming for the Eagles right as the third quarter opens up. Rams empty set once again. First down and 10. Left hash. Verbal back throws it right on a design screen to Strickland. Runs on the far sideline, crossing the 25, and scampers out of bounds close to the Bluefield College 27-yard line. And a gain of 2. Second down and 8 coming up. Rams trying to move side to side a little bit, moving differently than what we saw at the end of the first half where the Rams were throwing down the middle of the field for Strickland. Now, they did do that on that last play that was taken back to the house on the interception. So, second down and 8 from the 27-yard line. Rams down by 19, going right to left. Verbal gets the ball, ends collapsing, throws it middle, and it's dropped. Jaquan Ebron was wide open, trying to move across the middle of the field, and the linebacker right in front of him, able to almost get a piece of it, was Kenneth Lowry. So now it's third down and 8. 29-10 the score. Billy Hall has 3 touchdown passes today. Verbal with 1. Needs at least a couple more to put Bluefield back in this one as the Rams have neglected to run the ball. Third down and 8. Verbal back. Throws it middle. Bobbled and intercepted again. Deflected off of the palms of Ben Mead for Bluefield, and Jalen Everett was right there. So once again, a tip and interception on the second straight drive, and these third quarters have been the worst nightmare for Bluefield College here at Mitchell Stadium.
And you talked about it last week against St. Andrews. They were up, and then you can see that the Bluefield College team is starting to crumble a little.
Right, and it was more so when the Rams were here against St. Andrews, but you're right. As they were here 20-9 up against St. Andrews, the third quarter happened, and then all of a sudden they're down by 15. Now, you can't do that against Reinhardt, who, all respect to the Knights, a little bit better. Billy Hall on first down, hands it off on the sweep. And a flag stops the play after the handoff was made to Meadows. It's a false start on the offense. So I think what has kept Bluefield feeling like they are in this game, and remember, they got the ball back to start the second half, only down by 7. But Reinhardt has not played a perfect game. And I mean, it's hard to really say that any team is able to do so, but we've seen a good amount of penalties for the Eagles. We've seen a few of these false starts. And it's really helped Bluefield. I mean, on that first drive where Billy Hall had it deep into Bluefield territory, fumbled a snap, changed the game. Snap, no, play action. Hall back, throws it middle, down to the right side. It is broken up. On the defense that time for Bluefield, able to get a hand on it was Tremile Cash. And it was intended that time for Meadows. So, second down and 15 coming up from the Bluefield College 42. Bailey Engel and Jackson Bass, we're happy to have you here. 29-10 the score. Final home game of the year for Bluefield College. And a couple of games coming up against Union. Bulldogs, the only win for the Rams so far this year. They're going to take the trip to Barberville, Kentucky. See if the Rams can possibly sweep the Bulldogs. Second down and 15 from the 42. Hall under center. Collins, the running back behind him. The give is to Collins on the near side. Breaks out of a tackle from Kirtley, and then Charles Turner brings him down all the way up at the Bluefield College 33 on a gain of 9. So now it's going to be third down and 6 with 11.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Third down.
So a big third down coming up for Bluefield. Marcus Wimbush on the field as the senior for the Rams. Haston lining up as the cornerback on the near side with Otis Odom in his face. Trying to call for that hard snap count again. Billy Hall triggers it, and now with Devin Collins in the backfield, calls a brand new play. So Hall sets up back of the shotgun at the Bluefield College 33. They need the 28 for the first down. Hall design, draw up the middle. Tony Totham and DeMarcus Wimbush able to gobble him up in the backfield for the sack. Rams were not fooled on the quick draw, and with a loss of 1, it's going to be fourth down and 7. Now you're in a bit of no man's land here. Reinhardt has intercepted Bluefield on the last 2 drives. So if you're James Miller, you're definitely confident in your defense, so you think, why not? Trying to get 7 yards here. Fourth down and 7 from the 34 of Bluefield. McLeod is in the backfield. Rams also trying not to jump off sides. Tony Totham trying to signal that someone was jumping on the Reinhardt side, and DeMarcus Wimbush tells him to get down in your stance. Fourth down and 7. Hall in the gun. Takes the snap on 4th and 7. Steps back, throws it left. It's caught for the first down and more. All the way up inside of the 5 for Navari Solomon. Up to the 2-yard line on a gain of 32 yards. Finally tackled by Charles Turner, but Solomon has really ripped Bluefield apart in these red zone opportunities. So now rushing up to the line of scrimmage. First down and goal from the 3-yard line. Snap, hand off McLeod. Turn to the corner on the right side, unable to. And the tackle made by Haston in the backfield for Bluefield, helped out by Kirtley as well. And now it's going to be second down and goal from the 3-yard line once again.
It'll be second and goal.
So second down and goal. 29-10 the score. Fourth down and 7 though. Jackson able to convert it with relative ease with Solomon.
Really seeing why Reinhardt is the number 10 team in the nation right now.
Looking confident on offense as well. Second down and goal once again from 3. Handoff on a jet sweep near side. Ends collapsing. Breaks out of a tackle. Lowers the shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, they had him in the backfield, and instead ripped into the house by Bryce Burgess, the running back from Adairsville, Georgia. Touchdown, Reinhardt, the third quarter, destroying Bluefield here, 35-10. This third quarter, I mean, something has to be done, talking about it moving on in the future. And it really just seems unlucky for the Rams in the third quarter. Everything has gone wrong. Hardy is back to kick. After the bad snap on the last PAT, Hardy trying to bring this one through. Swing of the leg, the kick is up, and this time it is good. So 36-10, Reinhardt up big time. 26-point lead for the Eagles as we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 9:10 left to go in the third quarter. 36-10 the score. Reinhardt leading after only being up by 7 here in the third quarter to start the half. They have already scored 3 touchdowns. Now the Rams get it back in the end zone. Jaquan Ebron calls for the touchback. So now 9:10 left to go in the third quarter, and we have just seen everything go wrong for the Rams here in the third quarter, which unfortunately has been a pattern for the Bluefield College Rams, down by 26. First drive, they're only down by 7, trying to drive to maybe tie the game. Rams go negative on that drive, just go for -1 yard. Then a pick 6 after Strickland bobbled it. It was picked up by Tion Burrows. He took it back to the house. And then Jalen Everett also picked off a tip pass. And Reinhardt was able to set up on 4th down and 7, converted for 32 yards to Navari Solomon. And then it was taken into the house by Bryce Burgess. So 1st down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Verbal back to work once more. Bluefield College has yet to convert on a 1st down here in the second half. Step, throw it back on the near side. Ben Mead on his screen, and the entire gang is there to bring down Ben Mead, the Bluefield native, led by Malik Brown. So Brown makes the tackle, and it's a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 with under 9 minutes left to play. Well, Billy Hall, already 3 touchdown passes in this ball game, has managed so well for this Reinhardt Eagles squad. Bryce Verbal looked good in that first half. Now in the third quarter, it's just been an unfortunate story for Bluefield. Ebron in motion, going left to right, snap and handoff on a jet sweep right. Ebron, he runs across the 30 and then stood up right at the 33-yard line by the staff of Reinhardt, led by Perry. And, Gilstrap, actually. So now, 3rd down and 2 coming up. From the 33-yard line, after the gain of 4, Rams have yet to convert a 1st down here in the second half of play. 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Going right to left. Verbal once again. Empty set in the gun. Has not had a running back today. Verbal back, throws it right. It's caught as he dives down to the ground. Kirsten Quirley makes the catch up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On the defense was Sidney Ham. But Ham was not able to key on that ball. A 1st down for Bluefield, down by 26, trying to get something going here. Rams on senior day. Lowell Patron, unfortunately, not part of this wide receiving core after getting hurt on that kickoff return to begin the game for Bluefield College. Verbal, snap, design, roll out left, still looking, points for a man. He's going to tuck and run, looking for blocks at the 40-yard line. Toe taps his way up to the Bluefield College 44-yard line on a gain of 8, a pretty good run. And now a flag comes out with Strickland down on the ground, as well as Verbal. And actually no flags, I should say, but Strickland on the ground, and that is definitely not a good sight, especially after we just talked about Patron being down and Strickland, who already has over 100 yards receiving today. Jackson, the Rams really can't afford to lose another great receiver.
And we talked about it, when you playing against a team like Reinhardt, you really need all of your offensive tools.
And you go back and you listen to our game back in 2017, where Bluefield College took on Reinhardt. Strickland is up, shaking it off. He goes to the sideline. That is encouraging for Bluefield. But you go back in 2017, you talk about needing all the personnel. The Rams were playing for an Appalachian Division title. Now, you can argue that they were already outmatched at the time by a Reinhardt team. It was the first year of Dewey Lutz's career here at Bluefield. But Rams had the entire offensive line out due to suspension and injury. And because of that, Case and Witt really had nowhere to go. Reinhardt's a team that can make you pay for that. On 2nd down and 2, design throw out to the right on his screen. Got to the line of scrimmage and ripped down well after the whistle. And a flag sails in. So Tylen Oglesby was able to get Quirley right off of the snap, and Quirley refused to go down. They blew the whistle, and Oglesby finished the tackle about a 1.5 seconds after. So this is going to benefit Bluefield, moving the chains 15 yards on the unnecessary roughness. So that's a big call right there. Moves all the way into Reinhardt territory at the 41-yard line. Rams need gifts like that to keep moving in this game. Now down by 26. It's 36-10. Once again in the empty set. Might be time to dial it up to Strickland over the middle.
Well, they're given so many gifts. It's what can they do with the gifts?
Right. Rams were able to score right there before the end of the half after the field goal was blocked. Now 1st down and 10 from the 41 of Reinhardt. Snap verbal, pressure coming. Tries to run it, and he's wrapped up. Oh, my goodness. Leading the charge, Gilstrap there. Actually, that's John Perry. So John Perry bringing him all the way down. Luckily for Bluefield, forward progress got him to the 48-yard line, because he was dropped well back inside of the Bluefield 50 to the 45. So now it's 2nd down and 17 on a loss of 7. It looked like that was supposed to be a screen, and the play did not develop quickly enough. So Verbal on 2nd down and very long from the Reinhardt 48. Back, here comes the ends again, throws it near side. It's intercepted for the 3rd time in the 2nd half. Oglesby has it. Ball pops out at the end in a scrum. Once again, it looks like Reinhardt's going to get it back, but Oglesby with that big interception. Ebron did a good job of trying to rip it away, but Reinhardt able to recover. So, like you said, Jackson, you're given a gift. What are you going to be able to do with it? And once again, another interception. So, Bryce Verbal has now thrown 4 in the game. 36-10 the score, and unfortunately this seems more like the game we anticipated, with the Eagles coming to town 6-0, a defense that has pulverized Bluefield in the past, and Oglesby was right there.
We haven't talked too much about Billy Hall, but he was the recent AAC Offensive Player of the Week, and it really shows maybe he's not an all-around, maybe like a Michael Vick to save.
Nobody is. Snap on 1st down, Isaiah Blake. He's tackled there. But I think as he's trying to pop out, Bobby McBride getting blocked. But I think what you're trying to say, you're absolutely right. A guy that isn't going to light it up as far as having these gigantic stat games, but throws for about 180 yards a game, can rush for about 50 as well, and has such depth on that offense.
He's just a great leader for this offensive powerhouse.
They really have been a powerhouse, especially here in the 2nd half. 5:20 left to go. 2nd down and 8. Billy Hall back, fades it near side, has a man open. It's caught down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What a throw, dialing it up perfectly to P.J. Williams. Perfect pass. And this 2nd half, specifically the 3rd quarter, continues triumphantly for Reinhardt, 42-10. It was 17-10 when we began the 2nd half. Wow. Trent Weiser, the kicker, back in, trying to make it 43-10. Matt Weiser awaits as the sun continues to set here. Freshman kicks the ball away, And it is good. 26 unanswered points here in the second half for the Reinhardt Eagles. Number 10 team in the country showing why. It is 43-10 in favor of this team from Waleska, Georgia. Third quarter continuing, 26 unanswered points for the Reinhardt Eagles. 43-10 they lead. Big touchdown to P.J. Williams down the sideline. Hall with a perfect pass. This team is going to be 7-0 today. Hardy swinging the leg. The kick is spinning all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. And that is how Bluefield will start out for yet another drive. And you go back to, at the second half, Bluefield College, to start the second half, was only down by 7 and had the ball to start it, right? So first drive from the 25, Bluefield College runs the ball right up the gut, loses a yard. And then no gain on the next play, no gain on the next play, give the ball right back to Reinhardt, they score. Then the next 2 drives, interceptions on each play, one of them taken back to the house by Tion Burrows. So it has just been such a difficult third quarter in a very odd pattern for Dewey Lust's team to really just trend downward in the third quarter of play. So going right to left, Verbal in the gun, steps back, quick throw, left side. Strickland dropped it in the backfield. Seemed doomed from the start. It was thrown behind him, trying to bring it in on one hand, and it's incomplete. So now second down and 10 from the 25, 5:06 to play. And it's interesting that we talked about at the beginning, the Reinhardt run for nearly 300 yards a game, and Bluefield College is a team that's going to pass it a ton. Now, the Rams have passed it a ton, but really so have the Eagles. P.J. Williams with that humongous touchdown went all the way down the sideline. Here comes Strickland in motion on second down and 10, handed off right side, cutting up at the 25, make it the 30-yard line, and gets tackled there on a gain of 5 by John Perry. So Perry, defensive lineman, able to bring down the wide receiver who's gotten most of the touches today, most of the catches, most of the targets. And now it is 43-10 with the Bluefield trailing now by 33 points. Verbal sets up in the shotgun on third down and 4. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Middle of the field, 3 receivers out to the right for Verbal. He's going to roll out right, sets, throws far sideline, incomplete. And now, fourth down and 4 coming up. And Reinhardt, well, you just knew that this is a Reinhardt team, well coached, has a lot of fire, recruits very well, has great resources, and they show it each and every week. They're showing it against Bluefield today. Tanner Griffith ready to punt it away. Bluefield down by 33 points, 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Isaiah Blake ready to receive for the Eagles. And this is a very interesting Mid-South Conference because, remember, even though there's one conference, there's actually 3 divisions. Snap to Griffith, swing of the leg on fourth down. It's a great punt. Blake makes the catch at the 30-yard line and tripped up. Sits down at the 33 for Bluefield. Tackle made by Sedlock. Now it's going to be first down and 10. Jackson, we have been talking about it off air. The Bluegrass division has already been finished, and they're waiting on the results of the next 2 divisions. The Sun division, which is primarily the teams in Florida, formerly the Sun Conference, and then here in the Mid-South Appalachian division.
Yeah, and, you know, I was reading up about it. And I thought it was really interesting. How is that going to really affect the Bluegrass division already finished in the fall? How is that going to affect their performance in the playoffs?
Sorry, Jackson. First down and 10, handed off to Devin Collins, and he works his way all the way up close to the yard to gain at the 44-yard line. But you're right. The Bluegrass division, what the Rams have played with in the past, I mean, they play teams like Cumberland's Kentucky. They play teams like, well, Cumberland from Tennessee. They play teams like Pikeville. Pikeville is a very good game that the Rams have played in the past couple of years. They're in the Bluegrass division.
Just as well, like Lindsey Wilson, number 3 in the country.
Yeah. Well, Pikeville taking down Bethel, team that came in here in 2019 and really lit it up. First down and 10, handed off Collins on the left side, works his way across the 50 to the 49. Tackle made there by DeMarcus Wimbush, playing in his last game at Mitchell Stadium. Solid gain, about 7. Second down and 3 coming up. 3.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Left to right goes this Reinhardt team making the trip up from Waleska, Georgia. Remember, we got this one started 2.5 hours late. And the gun, Billy Hall, goes under center. Snap handed off McLeod near side. Rams there. Banks in the backfield making the tackle right at the 50-yard line for a gain of 1. Burgess on the carry, who has a touchdown already. Now works it down to 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So 43-10 the score. Eagles running away with this one. 26 unanswered points in the third quarter. Packed week of Bluefield College sports coming up. Monday, softball. Wednesday, baseball against Shawnee State. Remember, they were supposed to play today against Point. That game was bagged, so the Rams split the series against the number 2 team in the conference. On third down, snap handed off near side. Odom jumped up and able to get a piece of the tackle there, I believe was in Dalla. He worked his way up to the Bluefield College 47-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
Fourth down. Fourth down.
4th down coming up. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. In the third quarter, Billy Hall and his team taking their sweet time now. Up by 33 points. They only led by 7 at half. They only led, or they were tied at half last time out against Faulkner. All under center. The eye in the jumbo formation with the lineman in the backfield. Snap, handed off left side. Blake, stutter step, and moves close to the yard to gain. I believe he has it close to the positive side of the 44-yard line of Bluefield. Make it 46, actually. That'll move the chains on 4th down. 1st down and 10 coming up.
Result of the play. First down.
Deshaun Richard, the last man to get him. All right, it looked like they wanted to bring in the big boy on the fullback side of the I formation. That was, I believe, Sam Hill in the backfield. So 1st down and 10 from the 46. Snap, handed off right side. Collins cuts out of a tackle and trucks him in. No, it's a new man in all the way up to the 37-yard line on the carry. That time was Mason Finley, the freshman. Actually, Nick Harris, excuse me, the senior running back. And Marik Banks was the final man to get in his way on a 9-yard gain. So 2nd down and 1 coming up. From the Bluefield College 37-yard line. Mason Finley is the defensive back, and Nick Harris is the running back who stays in. On 2nd down and 1. Hall back to throw, sets his feet, throws it near side, incomplete. Kelly was out of bounds. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 1 from the Bluefield College 37-yard line. 52 seconds remain.
It'll be 3rd down.
So unless the Rams are able to cobble together a great 4th quarter, it seems that this 3rd quarter is really what sets Bluefield College apart from the opponent once again. Saw it happen against the Skyhawks. We saw it happen against the Knights, and we're seeing it happen against the Eagles. 3rd down and 1. Hall under center, handed off right side, bumped in the backfield, has the 1st down on a 2nd try, and a good effort by the running back, Willie McLeod. Kirtley, the linebacker who's been all over the place today, makes yet another tackle for Bluefield, but it moves the chains and it moves the clock close to the end of the 3rd quarter with 34 seconds remaining. Reinhardt not huddling, but certainly taking their time. Billy Hall, another running back to work with. Right behind him, McLeod leads his team in rushing. Snap, handoff McLeod, right. Rams there. Tackle made once again. Off of the edge by Tavares Corbett. Now it appears that for Reinhardt, with 7 seconds left, they're going to walk it off of the field. On to the fourth quarter we go. What a third quarter for the Reinhardt Eagles. 43-10, the number 10 team in the country. 15 minutes away from starting out the season 7-0. When we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Starting the fourth quarter now, it was only 17-10 Reinhardt at halftime. They have capitalized on a few turnovers and the stagnancy of the Bluefield College offense in the third quarter. 26 unanswered points after Bluefield College trying to make this a close game. So second down and 8 from the Bluefield 32. Hall hands it off right side. McLeod, stiff arm at the 30, hurdles out of a tackler near the 25 and runs with a first down and more on the far sideline inside of the 20 for Bluefield. And pushed out of bounds right at the 17-yard line on a gain of 15 yards. McLeod rushing for more, running the clock down to 14:40 in the ball game. 43-10 the score. 33-point lead. Billy Hall climbs under center once more with McLeod lining up under in a 3-point stance. Hall back to throw. Throws it near side. Broken up at the last second by Haston. Pass intended.
Pass intended for number 84. Incomplete.
Reinhardt on the play. There is a flag that was intended for Andrew Herring, wide receiver from Jonesboro, Georgia. Here's a call from the Whitecap. Face mask on the defense.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty. The result of the play. First down, Reinhardt.
So first down for Reinhardt. Already had the ball at the 17. Going to move this one up. Half the distance all the way up to about the 8. And it's going to be first down and goal from the 8-yard line after the penalty. P.J. Williams, a wide receiver on the near side. Had that big touchdown catch his last time out. First down and goal coming up from the 9. Offensive line shifts left to right. Hall under center. Here in these double wing. Handed off near side on a sweep. Running on the near side. Barron ducks out of a tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Ahmad Barron. Junior from Macon, Georgia. Punching it in. 49-10. And this second half continues.
Touchdown, Reinhardt.
So well for the Eagles. Scoring at will on every single drive. I'm saying that correctly. I don't think they've punted in the second half. And why? They haven't really needed to, because every other time they've gotten the ball inside of the Bluefield 50. So Hardy ready to make this an even 50. Snap, hold, the kick is away. And it is good. 50-10.
And the kick is good.
Reinhardt leads by 40.
Reinhardt
We come back to the Rams Digital Sports Network. 14:20 left to go in the ball game with Reinhardt up big. Sedlock and Jaquan Ebron back to receive. Hardy ready to kick this one away, 50-10. It was 17-10 at halftime. What a second half. 33 unanswered points. Hardy kicks the ball straight in the air. Sedlock calls for the fair catch and makes one. Advance the ball up to the 25-yard line. Well, Reinhardt has not needed to punt here in the second half. Bluefield College turned the ball over 3 times on interceptions there in the third quarter. Reinhardt has scored off of every single one of them, including, more importantly, I think most impressively, when it was 4th down and 7, Billy Hall converted to Navari Solomon for a 32-yard gain and had a 70-yard pass to P.J. Williams down the near sideline. I mean, Hall has been very good. Cadence Lamp. Rams are in the backfield with Nelson and Lamp. So it looks like the Rams might want to run the ball here. 1st down and 10 from the 25. Nelson, handoff Lamp up the middle, and the Florida native gets a couple of yards up to the 29. That is the first time the Rams have had a halfback in today, with 14:10 left to go in the ball game, and the score 50-10.
Second down.
Atchison able to make the tackle. It's a Reinhardt team that is poised for greatness potentially. In the NAIA playoffs back in 2018, they made it to the NAIA championship game. 2nd down and 6. Nelson takes the snap, handed off left side, trying to break out of a tackle, and Lamp unable to get anywhere on that. Just gets to the line of scrimmage at the 31. Atchison once again making another tackle. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 with 13.5 minutes to play. All Reinhardt in the second half.
So you're putting your running back in this late in the game. What's the thought process behind that?
I think they just want to kind of run it down, maybe get some reps, because at this point, passing's only going to potentially get Bryce Verbal hurt. Nelson, snap, handoff Lamp up the middle, cuts out of a tackle at the 30-yard line, and wow, Reinhardt there. Looked like Atchison and Artister were both there. So a swarm of Eagles able to force 4th down, and the Rams ran the ball 3 straight times after not giving it to a running back all game. And now we will see Tanner Griffith. So 12:40 left to play. Final game of the home slate for Bluefield College. Unfortunately, the first one's going to be the only win. 12.5 minutes to go. It appears that Reinhardt has moved a couple of pieces around on the defensive side. Griffith, a high snap, steps up and deals an end-over-end kick, taking a slight Bluefield bounce, and Sedlock got on the ball before it would roll possibly even further, but recovered there at the 38-yard line. So 12:13 left to play. Bailey Engel, Jackson Best here on the call for you. 50-10, 17-10 at halftime. There was so much optimism surrounding this Bluefield College program against a Reinhardt team that really slapped them in the face in the past couple of years in the first half. Now, in the third quarter, unfortunately, that has been the pattern for Bluefield this year. We're going to get a new man and quarterback as well. It's Hunter Arters. Arters back to throw. Instead, it's going to hand it off on the near side, cutting at the 40. Now at the 45, lowers the shoulder up to the 48-yard line. Tackle finally made by Lindsey for Bluefield. But that's Terrence Roberts on the run. So we're going to see even more new faces potentially in the backfield as Arters is ready to command this offense. Junior quarterback from Marietta, Georgia.
Just saw Zaire Lindsey come off the field.
That makes it tough for Bluefield already. You don't want to lose anybody in a 40-point game. Handoff on the right side, jet sweep, splits out of a tackler into Bluefield College territory all the way up to the 46. And Terry Burden is able to scamper for a few yards. Curtly made the tackle. 2nd down coming up in about 4 on the gain of 6. And a man is down for Bluefield.
Officials timeout.
Seeing this Bluefield defense crumble left and right.
Yeah, and you can't really expect much more out of a defense that made a couple of big stops in the second half. The offense really didn't give the defense much to work with. Now, that big pass to P.J. Williams, that happened on the Reinhardt side of the field. But the defense, you're seeing get a little bit tired. Now, the differential was about 5 minutes in time of possession going into halftime. Reinhardt at that point had ran 40 plays, Bluefield College with 38. Here in the second half, it's been an absolute different story. And Kayshawn Ridgel, the man, a bit hurt on the play. Seems to be all right, helped off by Banks. Nope, we'll continue this fourth quarter, 11:25 left to play. Now getting back on defense, 2nd down and 4 from the 46-yard line of Bluefield. Arter's in as the QB. Arters has actually not thrown a pass yet this year. Takes the snap, handed off right side. Blake, who's the starting running back, ducks his shoulder. Gets close to the yard to gain at the Bluefield College 42-yard line. Wimbush on the tackle. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 1, so they don't give them the spot. 3rd down and inches. I'm very surprised they just didn't move the chains there. They're just eyeballing that. They're going to just say 3rd down and inches. So Blake, the running back, Arters, ready to go under center on 3rd down and inches from the 42-yard line. They need the next half of the 42. 3rd down and inches, snap, handoff. Blake, he's got the first down and stumbles after being tackled by Kirtley at the 39-yard line. So, gain of 4. Moves the chains again, 10:34 left to play. 50-10 the score as the Eagles go right to left.
Carry by number 23, Blake.
So Blake done a great job on offense. Collins now in as the running back. Arters with this gigantic lead. Maybe not expect them to throw it, but Reinhardt, who knows, just trying to get some more reps in. In the gun, Arters handed off near side on a jet sweep. Scampers in the backfield, and Charles Turner able to gang up on the big tackle in that backfield. Logan Petrone joining him as well. And a new man to get the rush for the first time today for Reinhardt.
Carry by number 49.
Bartolero, who's listed as a linebacker, actually getting the go-ahead there. So Bartolero gets the handoff, loses 2. 2nd down and 12 from the 41-yard line. Handoff, Burgess, no. It's going to be Lesser. Right up the middle, Arters, tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Now Bluefield College forces 3rd down and long. That was Tavarius Corbett.
Timeout on the field.
And need to be helped up with 9:27 left to go. 3rd down and 11 coming up from the 40-yard line of Bluefield. Colin O'Donnell cycled back in, celebrating his senior day. Armed Forces Merit Award winner. Veteran for Bluefield College and dealt with a few injuries, obviously, at Bluefield, but also on the field of battle. And said this is going to be it for old Colin. But what a great run. What a great story for Colin O'Donnell, a local business owner for Bluefield. Owns the Grind, a coffee shop on the Bluefield, Virginia side. 3rd down and 11 from the 40 coming up. You can get a tackle here. Arters takes the snap, rolling out right, wants to throw and does. Throws it on the far side, intended for Burgess, incomplete. Now it's 4th down and 11 with 8:46 left to play.
It'll be
there on the field.
Yeah, it looked like it. Burgess, who has a touchdown today, he was open and just didn't have the right throw or the right route there. So 4th down and 11. And for the first time in the second half, we're going to see Reinhardt punt. Already ready to swing the leg. Well, Sedlock back at the 5-yard line. Snap, right on target to Hardy. Swings the leg. It's an end-over-end kick. Playing back into the end zone and recovered right at the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Well, Sedlock, a bit green on returning kicks. He had ran all the way back into the end zone and was ready for it to bounce. And, well, that's the reason you put a punt returner back there, to try to get it out of Dodge, and thought it was bouncing out, and it was recovered right at the 1-yard line. So 50-10, 8:39 to play. Bluefield down by 40. Here on Senior Day, celebrating not only Bluefield College's football seniors, but also the managers and the cheerleaders and the band members. I got to say, the band has sounded great today. What a great job by Dr. Necessary, able to cobble through these past couple of years where Bluefield College's band, through its infancy, now sounded pretty good here. First down and 10. They're going to try to sneak it to get out of the 1-yard line. Nelson in as the quarterback, still on his feet at the 3-yard line, and finally whistles blow with 8.5 minutes to play. Gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 with now 8:24 to play.
Quarterback keeper from number 11, Nelson. It'll be 2nd down.
So for the Rams, 8 minutes left. Nelson saw him throw a touchdown pass to Jaquan Ebron against KCU last time the Rams were here at Mitchell Stadium. Snap handoff to Lamp, who's the running back, and trips up right at the 5-yard line for a gain of 2.
Carry by number 40, Cadence Lamp. Tackled by
Cadence Lamp, the running back, got his first couple of carries here in the 4th quarter. So heard that Dewey Lusk wasn't going to be running the ball today. He surely didn't. And it was 17-10. Bluefield College's defense did a good job against that Reinhardt offense in the first half. Capitalized off of the missed field goal that was returned back to the 50-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Snap handoff Lamp trying to cut the corner on the left side, cutting at the 5 and rushes all the way up to the make it 8-yard line for a gain of now 3. 4th down and short coming up, and Tanner Griffith is ready to punt this one away. Bluefield College kind of playing like they just want this to be over. And certainly after that 3rd quarter, you can't really argue against it. The Rams just ran out of options with those 3 interceptions in the 3rd quarter. Snap to Griffith, swinging the leg, and oh my goodness, what a punt. Well over Blake's head, rolls all the way inside of the Reinhardt 30. I tell you what, Tanner Griffith, what a career. That was a moonshot punt.
He battled injury earlier in this year.
Yeah, and I when he got hurt, I believe it was against Union. No, yes, Union. It was insane that he's even back. It just looked like his knee, it had to be a torn ACL or something. It just looked awful. He came back, and I mean, that is an amazing punt. All the way back to the 29 for Reinhardt. Arter's in as the quarterback, 6:42 left to go. Number 10 team in the country looks like it here today. P.J. Williams lining up on the near side. Arters takes the snap, handed off near side, looking for room to run, and cuts up, tackled down at the 33-yard line. Artolero on the carry. Sarko into the ball game for Bluefield College, makes the tackle.
Carry by number 49.
And a flag came in right at the end.
Flag on the play.
Gain of 4, by the way, as it stands.
Personal foul.
Not a face mask for Bluefield.
15-yard penalty.
So another 15-yard gain
First down.
coming up. Well, unfortunately, when you play a team like Reinhardt, this is something that happens. Because Reinhardt has just been able to just do this against Bluefield in the past. Go ahead, Jackson.
I mean, and I saw some people in the comments section of our stream talking how they knew that Reinhardt was going to be a very physical team, and Bluefield's trying to combat it.
Handoff on first down, right up the middle to the 50-yard line. Corbett makes the tackle on a 2-yard gain.
Second down.
That's McLeod on the carry for a gain of 2. Well, Reinhardt, a reason they're tough to beat, they just have so many bodies, so many guys that can run the ball so well, and this offensive line is what makes it happen. Arter's in the gun now, and 2nd down and 8. Snap handoff right side, trying to cut the corner and does. Crossing the 50, lowers the shoulder at the 50, 45, I mean. Goes out of bounds, and I believe that is close to the first down, but a flag is in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Sedlock made the tackle, but at what cost? That was Terrence Roberts on the carry. And this is going to be coming back for the Eagles. Holding
on the offense.
With 5:47 to go, it's 50-10. Pushing the ball back all the way inside of Reinhardt territory now. All the way back to the 40-yard line. And they need the Rams 42. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 19. The ball at the 40-yard line. Call it about 18. Arter's under center, 5.5 minutes to play. Another man in motion. Arters hands it off McLeod right up the middle. And boy, McLeod shot out of a cannon there. Works his way up for 5 yards for this Reinhardt team. Several Rams making the tackle. McLean Kirkley as well as it looks like the back and Banks able to make the tackle. So now 3rd down and about 14 coming up. 5:07 left to go. 50-10 the score. Reinhardt only led 17-10 at half. Only scored 3 touchdowns overall after being tied at half against Faulkner and won that game 35-24. Here, a slow first half again for the Eagles, but boy, that 3rd quarter, he scored 33 points in the 3rd quarter. Timeout called by Reinhardt. Might as well, when you're up by 40, to figure out what you need to do. 4 minutes and 40 seconds, 50-10 the score. And, well, Reinhardt ran away with this one. We come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 50-10. Reinhardt leads. 3rd down and 14. Wanted to call a timeout to talk about it. Arters takes the snap, rolling out left, dumps it near side in the backfield, hit hard by Sedlock. Oh, Terry Burden had nowhere to go. A huge hit for Sedlock. But unfortunately, it comes way too late in the ball game. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. That was a huge hit. And now Sedlock is back to receive this punt. Hardy ready to kick it away. 4th down and 17 with 4 minutes left to go. Steps up, play clock all the way down to 6. Hardy takes the snap, good protection, swinging the leg, and deals a spiraling punt for Sedlock, makes the catch, tries to run it up the middle, and he is wrapped up at the Bluefield College 30, make it 28-yard line. So the Rams get the ball back with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, trying to possibly put another one on the board. Break up this 40-point deficit. Final home game of the year for Bluefield College. Got a couple more coming up. Got to play Point one more time and also Union. Excuse me, got to play Faulkner as well as Union. Both of those on the road. First down and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Nelson, and the quarterback all fourth quarter for Bluefield, has Lamp to his right. Snap, hand off Lamp on the right side, cuts at the left actually, and runs up to the 31-yard line for a gain of about 2. Second down and 8. 3.5 minutes to go. Well, not the send-off that these seniors wanted today, but you just got to say, like we said at the beginning, it's been a pleasure watching them play some football. Unfortunately, this year hasn't really shaken out the way that anybody would have really dreamed of. You're dealing with a lot. Second down and 7, handoff up the middle. Cadence Lamp has a splitter tackler on a decent run up to the Bluefield College 37-yard line. So it's not exactly an excuse because everyone has had to go through the same COVID protocol, go through the same pauses and the resumptions of the football season. So it's more of really a way to applaud Reinhardt still being so good dealing with what you have to deal with as far as COVID protocol. Third down and 1 from the 38, handoff. Lamp has the first down across the 40 and worked up to the 42 where a swarm of Eagles are just there.
And I think you really have to applaud the little victories, like how Colin O'Donnell on the defensive line really stepped up in the first quarter.
Yeah, and also you got to think the same thing with Antonio Strickland having a great game in that first half. Had 115 yards, but as soon as the Rams punted the ball away, it just knew something was going to go or possibly wrong in that third quarter unless they made an adjustment like they had really failed to do in the past couple of games. First down and 10, Nelson, handoff Lamp near side, trying to rush out of the tacklers, and Lamp worked it up to the 46-yard line for a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play. Tackle made by Atchison, who's having a great fourth quarter. Minute 50. So in the gun again, Nelson taking his time. 3 receivers out to the left. Snap, handoff, Lamp goes up the middle and runs to the 49-yard line. So I just want to say now as we wrap up our home season, thank you to all of our crew, Rodrigo Hirachi on the camera, Jackson Bass, my producer and color commentator, Cynthia Brown, my spotter for the first couple of games, and Sarah Ratcliffe here on the last few. Fortunately, has not been the storybook season that the Rams wanted to have, but we're happy to bring the games to your home anyway. With under a minute left, snap on third down, handoff Lamp, trying to bump to the outside, ducks the shoulder and has the first down up to the Reinhardt 46-yard line.
That's enough for another Rams first down.
45 seconds left. Once again, our Dister making the tackle for the Eagles. Eagles going to be 7-0. Rams 1-6. Next week, going to take on Union, and then the week after that, Faulkner. Snap on first down, handoff Lamp again. So Lamp has gotten all the carries as he runs it up to the 44-yard line. So next week at Union at 6 p.m., Rams trying to go for their second win of the season. Remember a couple of years ago, Rams didn't pick up that many wins, but they did win 2 against KCU. Reinhardt wanted to walk out onto the field, and they will. So that is the ball game. Bluefield College drops this one 50-10. Really tough one here for BC.
The score.
Well, Jackson, that third quarter just proved to be vital, and the Rams unable to really come back from it.
Yeah, although it's been, like I said, the story of the year, you really have to appreciate what the seniors have been able to do today.
Yeah, final goodbye to our seniors that we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. And for Bluefield College, unfortunately unable to send them off on the right note. Our thoughts are with Lowell Patrone, who got hit in that big kickoff return and wasn't able to play in his senior day. So it really stinks for Lowell. And Bluefield College just falling to the better team today. Reinhardt wins this one at 50-10. So for Sarah Ratcliffe, for Rodrigo Hirachi, and for Jackson Bass, my name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score from Mitchell Stadium. Reinhardt stays undefeated and improves to 7-0 with a 50-10 win. Till next time, take it easy, Rams fans.